environment for things like this. But let's talk. Let's talk.
Good morning, good afternoon, good night. Welcome to an episode of Cigars and Whiskey, the podcast that discusses love, relationships, sex, and dating from a male's perspective. I'm your guy, Ron Coe, and I'm joined by my guys, White Star GB.
We're shaking.
We also have super producer Corey Cool in the building, Cool University.
What up, though?
And we have a guest in the house. All right.
Yeah.
Second time on the platform. Had a great show the first time.
Word up.
A dope artist, if you I call you a hip hop artist, or wouldn't just say a rapper.
Call me an artist, man.
An artist,
Yeah.
dope artist, dope artist, has a new project out, and he's on the show again. Our guy Tritty.
What's up?
What's up?
Thanks for having me again, man.
No, man.
Thanks for being
Our
here.
pleasure.
Man. All right. Big shout out to everyone tuned in on YouTube. Please remember to share so we can get more people to tap into the conversation. We have a great show for you guys tonight. Tonight we are drinking Elijah Craig Toasted Barrel. All right. Normally I would pass it to you, White Star GB, but we have a guest in the house tonight. So let's speak to our guy Tritty. How you been, man?
Chilling, man. Just living life one day at a time, man.
Okay. So we're here tonight to talk about a host of different things, but you got a project out right now.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
The Gordon Estate.
Gotcha.
Yep.
All right. So give us a little bit of details about the project, you know.
Well, the project is kind of like what it sounds like. It's literally just a project about redemption, you know. It's a lot of rapping, but it's definitely a little story in there just about, you know, losing things and getting things back. You know, everybody loses and wants to gain back. So I try to put it in perspective with family and everything. You know, I went through a lot, especially with the passing of my pops a few years ago. So that whole process opened up my eyes as to like what else has to be done. And I felt like I had to put that on wax.
Nice.
Gotcha.
Nice.
Project number out of all your projects, what number is this one?
This is number 5, actually. That's crazy.
Nice.
Okay.
Nice.
5 projects. Yeah.
Okay.
Number 5.
Nice.
I know you have your core audience, right?
Right.
But if, let's say, somebody who doesn't know Tritty and they're gonna hop into the project, what could they expect, or what could they get from it? What could they get from this project? What can they get from you as an artist?
Cool shit, bro. Cool shit. Like I just want to speak for the layman's, you know, speak in layman's. I want to make it as clear as possible, and you're gonna just hear cool shit. Like I want to say things in a cool way. I want people to feel invited. I want people to feel like they're involved, almost as if you're sitting down with me, which is what I've been told before, but that was the goal. You know what I'm saying? So I try to rap to not be complicated.
Nice. Any features?
This one was no features. When you dealing with 20 years of rap and you served everybody and you did everything for everybody else, like sometimes you just want to rap, man. I got a lot of songs, so I had to like pick and choose what features come out now, because if I'm gonna come out as a breaking artist, I gotta make the majority me.
Okay.
And then we could do the features and stuff like that.
So on your fifth project, you still look at yourself as a breaking artist?
I feel like I'm still breaking myself until y'all know me.
Got you.
Like it's not a household name yet.
Right. Right.
So until then, we still breaking.
Well said. We were listening to your first single, and I asked you off air, but I'm gonna ask you again. Your voice is so deep and distinct. Do you look at it like as an instrument?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, most of the beats that I love drumless beats.
Okay.
I get a lot of beef for that with a lot of my constituents. Some like it, some don't, because a lot of my friends are producers, so they like, yo, you gotta make that slap, bro. Where the drum at? You know, some people gotta hear it, but I love drumless because there's like I'm not confined to a beat. So I could literally just like let it hang. You know what I'm saying? I could do whatever I want to, so that when I come back to a beat, I can actually have a lot more fun. Because I know about I can see all these pockets. It's weird.
Yeah.
I'm a geek with it.
Right,
But
right.
I do feel that my voice is an instrument because there's things that the beat is not doing, and there's a groove that's going on, and then now my voice is doing that.
Got you.
You know, so it's just every beat is
so you have to use
different.
your voice as the drum.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
That makes
so
that
it's
makes,
like
that makes sense.
That's why like every time I hear a beat, I'm like, I could be working on like 3 songs at a time.
Yeah.
I'll just bounce back and forth just because of what sounds right.
Right.
You know what I mean? So,
You make a lot of beats. Did you make any beats on this project?
Yeah, you know, I get a lot of help for that too. The last few projects I produced. This is what we do. We literally, I could have been made a project for myself. We know that I produce,
right?
But the whole thing is that there's still a journey I'm going on right now.
Mm-hmm.
So I never knew what it felt like to be fed. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
Like I'm feeding everybody else. Yo, I need a beat. Yo, I need a beat. Yo, I'm making this project. So I actually have a coalition of 5 other producers, including myself, to actually feed me. And every so often I'll put like 1 or 2 on the project. So, you know, if you hear, hey, it's the mob, more than likely that's my beat.
That's your tag. Right?
That's my tag. But this project, this was all Pound the Problem. This is one of my roundtable producers. Like, I'm just collecting sound so that when I do mine, it's like I just went through all these walks of life. Now I know what I really want. You know what I'm saying?
Nice.
So it wasn't to just go straight off and be like, let me show them what I got.
Nice.
Y'all been knew that.
So you worked with one producer this whole album?
No. Well, this one. One whole project, one whole producer.
Yeah, those are real popular lately. Nas, Hit Boy.
Gotta bring
Alchemist,
it back. You
Harry
know,
Fraud, everybody, you know.
What good is YouTube when you literally got a slew of producers out here, not even including myself, that get busy, make a sound with them.
Do you think it gives the project a cohesive sound when it's one producer?
Absolutely.
Yeah, okay.
You got, but it's not just up to the producer, it's up to you as an artist to like take this beat and take it to another place. So like and then it's up to you to be honest and be like, yo, I'm not just taking the first 13 you give me. You know what I'm saying? You know, so it's a symbiotic relationship. Like one producer is what we grew up off of. Like, you know what I mean? There was only one producer on there. And back then that was like a tastemaker thing. Like a producer was a tastemaker. Like, yo, call up such and such, call him to the studio.
Yeah.
We need that slap. Now it's like plug and play. Everybody got it.
Yeah.
Right.
But if you go on YouTube, what are you doing? Because you gotta think about it. They done pass YouTube acts and all types of stuff now. So you could go to page 113 and think that you're the only one that found it, but
everybody's there.
Yeah, I'm an engineer. I've had a day of recording with the same instrumental. Like, oh, I already got it. Oh, how you got it? Because the last 5 sessions just had it.
So you're a true artist. You've worked on music in just about every phase as an engineer, producer, rapper.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I started off as a producer.
Right.
That's what I wanted to do. I was fascinated with that. And then one of the fellas was messing with my music and his music sound better than mine. Like, why his shit sound louder than mine?
Right,
why it sound crisper? So that's when I took up the engineering spot.
Gotcha.
And said like, nah,
let
me learn this. I was always rapping. I always felt inspired because I always had great friends that rap. So I always wanted to rap. I always penned some raps, but I never put out a project. What happened this time, I just cracked, man. It's been a long time, man.
Right.
And I had the right people around me pushing me, saying like, you know what, you need to rap, bro.
Yeah.
It's not like I never heard it before, but
your time to shine, man. Shine time.
Yeah.
Shout out to Cool.
Shine time,
Shine time, man. Yeah, man.
Grind time.
Yeah.
Let's go, man. Yeah. So
all right.
We're gonna get back to the tunes, you know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
Get back to it. What up, though?
White Star with GB, man.
Yo.
How was your week, man?
Week was great, man. Had a great week, man. Had a lot of conversations over the week with different people, different ages, everything. I asked all of them the same question, and I got a couple of different answers. I want to see what answer you like the best. You know the tradition of when the guy's supposed to walk on the outside of the street, right? When he's walking with his lady or with children, the
Mhm.
man's supposed to walk on the outside of the street, right?
Right.
So I asked guys, where did that come from? One guy told me that it's in case the car hops a curb, you'll be in the line of danger first, and you can move your family out the way. That's what I've heard most of the time. Another guy said back in the day, people used to throw things out of their cars, and you would be the first one in the line of harm.
Mhm.
The last guy, this is the oldest guy, he was actually like, this kind of happened with pimps. He said if a woman is walking on the street side, that means she's for sale. And I found that to be the funniest one. I was like, I've never heard
is
that one
definitely
before.
the funniest one.
You know what I mean? I was like, yo, I've
That's a
never
good
heard
one.
that though. It's like, yo,
That sound
you
like
supposed
some,
to,
isms.
because when she's, when the car, everything has to do with cars, because cars will come by,
Yeah.
and if a John is coming by and he's looking and he's shopping, if your shorty is, on the outside of the street, even if she's with a man,
She's available.
she's available. Which one of those you gravitate towards more?
I heard the second one. I've heard the second one. The reason why the pimp shit doesn't make sense to me because I've heard that being in practice before, like you really heard about a pimp pimping women on the street.
Well, how long have there been sidewalks?
That's a good question.
You know what I mean? Like sidewalks is kind of a new. It's
What, like 1920s or something?
yeah,
like
it's
that?
not that old. Like sidewalks
All right,
not that
but
old. Like
Pimps was in the 20s. You think they were like pimps?
yeah, I mean they were probably
Like,
brothels and
on-
like I don't
all
think
right,
they were
all
like streetwalkers. Like
Okay, I don't know when was the car invented? When was the automobile invented? So it's like if you're
Right.
looking for a hooker, you're not driving around in your fucking Model T Ford
Right,
looking
right.
for,
I mean,
you know what I mean? Like,
Are we or are we not? I don't know.
looking for some street meat. You're looking for that street meat.
No, you know what? Real quick, what's so funny about that is I was driving to the radio station one day, and I saw some young guys. And they're crossing the street. They're crossing Hempstead Turnpike, and when they get across Hempstead Turnpike, right, they start walking back. I would call that west, right? So they got, they crossed over. They're walking backwards towards me,
Right.
and they got their ladies on the outside. And I just rolled the window down, like, yo, you gotta put them on the inside. and it was two couples. It was two couples,
Yeah.
and both girls were on the outside of the street.
Right.
And it just looked so bad. It looked really, really
Right. You
bad.
should like, yo, they for sale. You got a pad in, you got a pad over there, cool. If you could take the number down. Thank you. Yeah, send that to Tyrone.
okay. Yeah. See, this is why the live stream, I guess.
Yeah,
that-
we're trying a new thing, yo. We're
Yeah.
pre-recording and then we're gonna drop it, edit it. So But me personally, when I'm with my family, number one kind of holds. Like I'm on the outside just in case something funny's happening. Like
No,
with, like, a
I
car
think that
or something.
that is for today.
Mhm.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like people are not doing that, like throwing shit out the window
yeah.
these
like,
days, right? You know what I mean? That's what I heard. And now that's why I do it now, because you never know. Like somebody could jump the curb, somebody could toss some, like water splash, whatever.
Yeah,
You know what I
yeah,
mean? You just don't, you want to keep your people out of harm's way.
I think
That's
that's
all.
I think that's a natural thing for men anyways. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's not even something you had to be taught. You just automatically like, you know what? You see a kid walking towards the sidewalk, you're like, get on the other side
Yeah.
of me. Or
Yeah.
if we're walking, even when I'm walking them into school and in the driveway, it's like it's a parking lot. But walk on the inside where the cars are not coming.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because people just be doing whatever.
Exactly.
Yeah. That's a fact.
Keep the baby straight.
That's a fact.
Keep the babies and the ladies safe. You know what I mean? Ron, how was your week?
My week was cool, man. My week was cool. Nothing too, too eventful. Just happy to be here, man.
Groundhog Day?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, this time of year it gets monotonous, yo.
It really does.
You know?
Yeah.
It gets the weeks start feeling the same. The days definitely feel the same.
I'm waiting for this weather to break.
Yeah.
Moving a little too fast.
Yeah, man.
It moves fast.
Like we damn near February already.
Yeah, it's like we ain't spinning on the same 23 and a half axis they taught us.
Not even close. Not even close.
Like
Definitely
27.
moving fast. That's what it is.
All right. Again, shout out to everyone tuned in on YouTube. Please remember to share so we can get more people to tap into the conversation. Tonight, again, we are drinking Elijah Craig Toasted Barrel, Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey.
Yeah.
All right. This is a 47 ABV, 94 proof.
47% here, Chester.
Yeah, toasted in new oak barrels. All right. Sometimes they use charred or used barrels or whatever, but this one, as far as the notes, what are you getting so far?
Caramel. I'm getting all the sweet notes that you'll get from a bourbon. I would say caramel. I am getting a little toast, you know what I mean? Like a little toasted nut.
Yeah.
Glad you said
That's what I was gonna say. I was gonna say it's a little nutty.
Yeah.
A little nutty, yeah.
What really kind of stands out to me
that,
is
right?
is the color, and that comes from the barrel, right? From the oak barrel, right? Oak is kind of some of the darkest wood, right?
Yeah.
So that's
You
a
could
real
Well,
dark.
it soaks up.
caramel in
It
it,
soaks
though.
up the the gives it the flavor or whatever. But yeah. I'm not
Interesting.
sure how long this one is actually aged. I guess as a bourbon, it has, to normally
be at least
like
4 to 5 years.
I think a bourbon has to be at least 2 at the very minimum.
At the
Yeah,
minimum.
at minimum, I think bourbon
That
has to be
tastes
2.
like a 5.
Yeah. So
Yeah, nice.
what's
the price point on it?
This one is I think 55.
Nice. Okay.
55. Because I believe we had the regular Elijah Craig. But this one, I think so far so good. Traditional notes, I get the caramel. Like I said, like a toasted nuttiness. A little bit of vanilla. Yeah, I mean, I think it's pretty good. Very smooth.
Can I ask you a question, Ronco and GB? You know,
Sure,
the
surely.
whiskey connoisseurs.
Not connoisseurs. We just drink a lot of whiskey.
You guys are like aficionados. Have you found any relation to the price point, right, versus the quality and taste and things of that nature? Has price point always made the difference when it came to those points?
You want to go first?
Yeah, I think the price point, the more you spend, the better you're gonna wake up in the morning.
You think so?
Yeah, that's the rule of thumb.
All right. I would kind of say that on a grander scale,
Right.
but I really feel like a lot of this is marketing.
It's branding.
Yeah, marketing and branding. Whereas you don't necessarily have to spend a ton of money to get a good whiskey. But if you drinking bottom of the barrel stuff, you will probably wake up with a hangover. And the bottom of the barrel stuff is cheap, but you can get some decent price stuff that is in the, let's say, $40 to $60 price range. You don't have to buy something age 18, 21 years, 30 years
that's
or
the
whatever.
starting point. You saying 40 to 60, but we talking about 20, 30. Like,
yeah, 20,
people used to drink like you know, Easy Jesus, you know what I mean? Like E&J, you know what I mean? Have you
all right, so
on tilt, you know? But even
It's-
like a Bush Mills, you know, it's a
I mean,
cheaper whiskey, but it's
Mhm.
a lot lighter.
It is. I
And
think
it's
Bush
not-
Mills is pretty good.
It's cool, but it's not really gonna, you know, it's gonna.
I swear, if you spend anything lower than 40, it's like you're gonna have a headache regardless.
Any way you look at it.
I think. All right. So
Yeah, so that's,
Bushmills.
Yeah, that's my point though. Like when we're talking about, okay, well, how about this? Could you highlight a brand, that is great for the price point as far as
I think Bushmills is actually pretty good.
Bushmills will work.
I think
Jamie will work.
Bushmills you can get a Bushmills for like $30-something.
Bullet is good too.
Bullet is good.
Get it done.
Yeah. Bib Tucker. Victor's.
Bib Tucker's fire.
Like you could get it's definitely in the you saying 20s or 40.
20s is wild. Like if you
20s
twisting the cap,
It's
wild.
kind
if you're
of
twisting the cap, you know what I mean?
Yo,
Yeah.
honestly, on some real shit,
Go get a
I'm not sure. I'm not sure if this if it's the popularity of in the spirits game of whiskey. I'm not sure if you can find much that's going to be in the $20 price range.
it doesn't seem like it. It seems like
you
everything's 30
definitely
and
it's going to be in
above.
the 30s
30,
and 40s. That's like 30s is definitely in the mid 30s is the starting point. But Great Jones, I think Great Jones for $40. Michter's, Bib Tucker. I think Bushmills for Irish. I like bourbon, but yeah, I think there's a few out there, man.
All right, no, I just want to get, I wanted to test the knowledge real quick of the fellas. All right.
Yeah. Everybody out there, man, let us know what your picks are. If you could pick a bottle of whiskey, bourbon, Irish, American, a Scotch, in the let's say the $40 price range.
40 is 40 moderate.
That is the best bang for the buck. I would like to know. Put it in the comment section. Let us know what you guys think. All right. With this one, we'll let it marinate and we'll see how it fares.
I'm gonna drink the whole thing.
Nah, you're probably gonna finish that tonight.
Yeah, I think so. All right, so where we starting at, man?
Start with the age brackets for the YNs, y'all. Let's go to the top of the list. Move up a little bit more. Cool. Move up a little more. A little more. I'll let you know when to stop.
I think wasn't that
Nah, a little more.
what Snoop Dogg?
More. Right there.
Right. Oh,
where you
yeah,
see
right
Bootsy
there.
at.
Bootsy.
Right there. Boom.
All right, this one is age requirements to be YN. What is it? Was the YN?
Young nigga.
A young nigga.
I'm an unk now. That's crazy.
Right. Goes viral.
Yeah, man.
All right.
Yeah, that's crazy.
All right, so to be considered a young nigga, it's age range of 13 to 24.
That's wild though.
That's wild though.
That's a big gap. That's a big range. Like a 13-year-old is considered in the same bracket as the 24-year-old.
Right, but okay.
I think the 24-year-old is
still his brain is still mush.
Yeah, because think about it. As us walking around, if we see a 24-year-old come and try to say something to us,
separate yourself from what you know based on to what a YN does on a daily day. Yes, they don't do much. They outside.
Nah, but when you're 20, when you're
24 is still a young
what do
man.
they say? The YNs with the switches, the YNs with the shiesties on, YNs with the YNs. So yeah, that's that age. You like
because you're not even getting pussy at 13.
What?
All right.
No
wait.
Speak for yourself, Unc.
Are we on? We on screen?
Sorry.
Oh, okay.
I thought y'all done with y'all.
No. Just we could just kind of
That's funny, man.
You could pop it up there because I still gotta read it or whatever.
So wait, if I'm Unc, would that make y'all?
We still Unc too.
Y'all still Unc?
Yeah.
What's the age cutoff for Unc?
The age cutoff for what's the age cutoff for Unc? Corey, cool.
Make it a little bigger, cool. I can't see it.
He just told me to put him on the screen.
All
right, so we have 13 and 24 YN. We have 25 to 35 big bro. 36 to
I think that's too early for a big bro.
Well,
25?
If a YN is 13, of course big bro's gonna be 25.
But okay, see now that's crazy though. Well, we ain't gonna delve too crazy into that, but that's big bro is not 25.
All right. Yo, 25, you getting a little money. You getting a little money. You definitely driving
You're
around.
definitely getting the name without it really
Wait.
being deemed.
Okay. Let's not. This is hood nigga shit, right?
Right,
It's hood nigga shit.
right.
Yeah,
So
we
it's
looking
not
for
like
logic.
you don't
We
got
looking
you don't
for
got
logic.
you don't got to be like progressive or anything like that. If you in the hood and you not doing much, if you do reach these ages, you could have these titles, right? It's not like yo, you got to do anything special. You understand? So all right,
Just age.
so a young nigga, right? A nigga might at 13, he could be smoking bud, he could be playing video games, he could be just hanging out with his friends,
Right.
being a menace or whatever, and up to being a teenager, maybe as a young. I think 24 is a little bit too old for that, but
In the streets, it's not.
I get it, and that's why I made that disclaimer before, because niggas ain't
But
really
even if
doing
you
shit.
think about The Wire, like think about The Wire. The 13-year-olds were doing something completely different than the 24-year-olds were doing.
Not
If you're talking
really.
about,
Not really.
Not really.
they were like the runners. They were like the little like you sent the little 13-year-olds to the store. The 13-year-olds are still
But
like
they still running.
still in middle school, like,
Them niggas is catching bodies on the wire.
But yo,
They still
but that was,
running
but
back.
they was still that was the lowest stage to move up.
right.
Some of
Okay.
them moved up quick if you was already with it.
Yeah, Michael and them.
Right.
Yeah,
So it's
yeah.
like
Yeah.
it's kind of different. Like if you wanted to do it, you could be 13 running with the 24-year-olds.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So
for sure.
hence the YN.
Yeah.
That's the one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Young
yeah,
niggas.
yeah.
I just
Now we getting into Unk.
I feel like as far as a big bro, I think there should be something for the 25 to like that. I don't know if
Another
you big
stage,
bro.
you mean, right?
Yeah.
Like it just can't just
That's
be
why
going to
you
big
don't
bro.
feel like Big Bro is a problem, but the YN wasn't
Well,
a
you
problem.
know what? You know what?
You
Make-
can't,
make-
you
all
can't
right,
buy
yeah,
liquor.
all right, no, wait,
you
wait.
can't buy liquor till
You
you're
know what?
21. Like, how's a YN? Like, a YN it ranges from you can either go buy liquor or you drink a Capri
You know
Sun.
why
Like,
they call it big bro? I might have to retract my. You know why they call it?
Because
the
a
big
young
bro
nigga,
era?
might call.
Because whoever's 25 up, it's like, yo, big bro.
Yeah, yeah.
Yo, what's up, big bro?
put me
So
on.
It's not.
Put
It's
put
just-
me on.
Yeah.
You have a certain status.
Right. So it's
you already
just-
made
it's
your
not
name.
because it's not what we feel it's supposed to be.
Right.
It's just that a younger kid,
A young
is gonna
nigga,
look at a
he gonna look at a
25-year-old.
25-year-old and
a
say,
little
"Yo,
bit
big
older.
bro, big bro."
Big bro.
Right,
Yeah,
right, right,
yes,
right.
yeah, for sure.
So
I
that's
get
what
that.
that means.
I get that. 36 to 48, you a unk.
Mm.
I'm a unk, B.
I'm a Listen, that's
Oh,
crazy.
man.
I take Unk.
I'll take it.
You'll take that?
I've been an Unk.
He been us since
I've
been
been
us.
Big Bro. You know what I mean? I was
All the above. You know what
Yo.
I'm saying?
right. Yo, I take Unk. Unk is fun.
You know what's crazy? If you in the hood and you
Mm.
get money,
Yeah.
right? You could be a big bro forever.
Yeah.
They gonna call you big bro forever, just off years.
And let's not act like Unk ain't changed over the years, because Unk is
So
like
Unk get out the way.
no,
If-
Unk is supposed to be like Unk is like the wild, crazy, unhinged dude that just been around the hood and you just know Unk.
Yeah.
That's what Unk really
Yeah,
was.
yeah, yeah.
Right,
So
right.
now Unk is
Mhm.
just like this age bracket of like this, like where we all coincide together. Like
Mhm.
Unk was that guy, could have been on some drugs, been on some crack.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like
yeah, for sure.
that was Unk. That's not what we are. I just want to clarify that.
And what's the last one? We got 49 to 60, old head pops,
Old
and
school.
old school.
At 49, I can't say that's an old head. Because even on TV, they try to depict 30 as like it was washed back in the days. You know what I'm saying? And they looked old and they was young. So
Yeah, but I would definitely say like at 49 plus, yeah, you old head. You old head.
That's
Go
ass.
ahead. You got mad long to
That's
go,
ass.
man.
Uh-huh.
You got mad time.
So when you turn 49, you gonna accept that?
I'll take that. I'm
Alright.
fine with that. I'm fine.
I'm
with
not gonna lie. I almost thought like 40s would have been unk.
that. Yo, bro,
I
like
felt like 40s would have
literally,
been unk, and like old head
Not
is
since Jay
like
turned
Yo.
30 to the new
50s or
20s.
60s.
I know people that are like 25, 26 that call people that's 30 like, yo, you old. You understand what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
So I don't think anything of any of the titles
But
are,
look at the shit that
you know,
look at the things that unks and old heads do. Drink whiskey. Put the Hennessy up. You know what I mean? Let's now
hung the Hennessy up.
right,
That's a
right.
fact.
So let's talk about what the YNs drink. The YNs, they drink
Tequila.
the E&J.
They drinking tequila.
Now,
Yeah,
I
the YNs
guess.
is-
Yeah. They getting busy.
We was just talking about that on the way. He was talking about like, you know,
No, wait a minute.
there was
but
a
the
time
YNs
when-
isn't
when
drinking
we in the-
Hennessy.
not really.
Nah, the big bros is drinking
the
tequila.
reposado
Yeah.
is getting drinking up.
So
right
who's doing
now.
the Hennessy right now?
A
I
few
don't
of the
think.
old
I
heads.
don't. I think.
Old heads. I think the younger cats is doing the Hennessy.
Nah, it's not.
Yo, let me. I want to ask. I don't think niggas really drinking
Hennessy
Hennessy no
be
more
on the
like
shelf.
All right, let me step in.
Yo, if
here.
I have
I
a
think
barbecue
a
or if
lot
I
of-
do like something like I still gotta buy a Hennessy.
No, that's different. But we talking about the YNs right now. The
Right.
YNs,
They not drinking Hennessy.
I
They're not
think
drinking
they
Hennessy.
drinking tequila.
they drinking.
And if they drink, if
tequila,
they are drinking a cognac, they drinking Douce.
yep, because it's smoother,
Okay. Wow.
less hangover.
Wow. Damn, what have we become? I thought I want the
Yo,
YNs
change the
crashing
times.
out on the
But
Hennessy,
you know
man.
what? Not to get
Nah,
all
I want the
technical and
YNs
nerdy,
crashing out
but
on
the Hennessy,
E&J.
There's been a lot of fake Hennessy's and stuff. So like that, the strength of it has been varying a lot, and a lot of people have been leaving it alone because you could get the same bottle of Henny and one to be stronger than the other, or one to
Really?
be weak. Yeah,
That's the thing?
that's a thing.
That's crazy.
It's like sometimes they're supposed to, there's like a certain amount of years they're supposed to be aged,
Right.
but sometimes people open up bottles and they're getting
That's
sick
wild.
over it.
All right,
I've
so myself as an unk, you know what I mean, officially in the range. I come from a long lineage of Hennessy drinking.
Yeah.
If anybody in here, everybody
Yeah.
knows.
Yeah, we know.
Everybody on this platform,
Yeah, bro.
they know I'm
Shit.
not only the client, I was the player president when
Word.
it comes to this Henny stuff or
Right.
whatever. It does make you feel a little ugh the next morning,
Oh yeah.
right? So that it's when hangovers used to be fun. Yo, we went to the city, we was blah 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 blah. Yeah, I drank my Henny, I was mad fucked up the next morning.
Mhm.
When you just have a wicked hangover from just like chilling with like two friends, it's just
Trash.
just it
worst.
just doesn't
Trash.
feel it doesn't
Yeah.
feel that great anymore. I do still have friendships that are rooted in Hennessy.
Like that.
Yeah.
Yes, I have some friendships.
Y'all ever fought?
No, not at all.
Okay. All right.
Now my blood type. That's why I told you I was the president.
Okay.
because my blood type doesn't make me. It's not. I don't get aggressive when it comes to
Okay.
the hen dog.
Yeah.
But there's still three that if I know I'm hanging with them,
It's a Henny night.
we still got to drink the Henny. But dealing with the Cigars and Whiskey podcast, it would be very immature for me to bring some Hennessy around these
Oh,
parts.
It was downright
Yeah,
immature.
yeah.
Don't bring no Henny around. It's gonna stay there. Yo, if someone got Henny, or like if someone puts a Henny on that table and that's all there is to drink, I'm just not drinking.
Yo, there's
Really?
a Henny
I'm just
still
not drinking.
sitting in my thing, and it's not open. But you know what's crazy? Backtrack. White Henny, I still get busy with. It's a different thing.
yeah.
White Henny all day.
Yeah.
I make drinks with that all day, and it's
Mhm.
way different. I do not feel hungover. I feel great.
Mm.
I wake up next day like, what's up?
I really feel like Hennessy is not acquiring new customers. Like if you're not an unk or you got some big bros that may have been grandfathered into the Hennessy drinker
Yeah.
club, depending on what age they are,
Mhm.
but they're not getting no new customers. It's
Yeah.
kind of, the people I know that drink Hennessy, dude I know, he like in the 60s. You know what I mean? That love Hennessy. You know what I mean?
yeah.
So you
Hennessy was giving niggas diabetes for a little while too, though.
yeah.
Hennessy
And the
making
thing
niggas
is,
sick, yo.
I believe
That
that
sugar and that shit.
a lot of your Hennessy drinkers have transitioned over to whiskeys,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and your younger crowd, tequilas that's what it is.
But
You know
it
what I
used
mean?
to be like Cole was saying, like it was literally just shots. Now it's whole drinks.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
It's the whole bottle. Like, yo, grab the 110 bottle of the Don Julio
Let's get busy.
and let's make a movie. That's what they doing now.
Let's do it. Shout out to the YNs.
Yeah, man.
Shout
Yeah.
out to the YNs, yo.
Respect.
I mean, I like when the YNs call me twin though.
Yo, twin,
I
can't
like that. I
stand
like
it.
that.
don't
It
know
make
how
me
you
feel like
that,
a
bro.
YN too. I'm a
Really?
YN at heart. Yeah.
I mean,
Yo, what up, gang?
I feel like
We're going to Snoop next.
the
What up,
best
gang?
title
Yeah, gang,
that
right.
you can get is the big bro, because I feel like no matter how old you get, if you doing well, they're gonna call you big bro.
No. I hate Big Bro because Big Bro always come with a
from-
favor.
Yep.
You know what I
It
mean?
comes
You
off
know,
from-
you're gonna get
yeah,
asked, yo, Big Bro,
Yo, Big
you're
Bro.
always gonna get asked for something after. I hate being called Big Bro. I ain't gonna hold you. Unc is a sign of respect. Big bro means yo.
Unc is like, yo, I don't know. I don't even know if I could approach Unc with that shit.
Yeah.
Big bro is like,
Yeah.
yo, big bro, if you can.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah, always.
Just let me know.
Always.
Just let me know.
Always.
Yeah.
Man, put something on the Tennessee for me.
Big bro, nothing.
Yo, Snoop is getting a little backlash this week, man.
Okay.
Snoop do.
Yeah.
I've been out the loop. I've been making music.
All right. It says Snoop Dogg trends following resurfaced clip from him previously
So ain't nobody gonna perform for
Donald Trump's first inauguration.
Yeah.
We had a conversation about this before,
Well,
right?
didn't he DJ
so.
the ball?
Yeah. Then you went and did like a event around the inauguration. He didn't perform at the inauguration, but he did a crypto ball.
Yeah, the
for
crypto ball.
this
It's
inauguration.
still attached to it, so he caught backlash for that.
He caught some backlash.
Okay.
I can see why.
Are these the remarks from the last time?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, let's take a look at it. Let's see.
Donald Trump, huh? Which one of you jigaboo gonna be the first one to do it? I'm waiting. I'm gonna roast one of you Uncle Tom for doing it. Which one of you gonna do it first? I suppose the one that performs for himself.
Go out there and do a
Are there more than one?
I think it's another.
Yeah, I think it's another clip. Oh.
You got Snoop dancing. Uncle Tom.
Oh man. All right. So I guess the comments, it says, look what that money made a bitch do. It's called change. Sell out. Anyone who saw the semifinals of The Voice should have known when to send home two of his top artists just because they were black, and neither of his all white remaining artists got any further. It's all about money for him.
Snoop with the same cat getting how much he make at the Olympics? I think he made $500,000 a day, like a day there.
Really?
Olympics. Yeah, Snoop is the brand. He's making money, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So they offered him a bag to go out there and perform. They also offered Nelly, Soulja Boy, and Ross
That's crazy.
a bag to go out there and perform.
All right, don't do that though, because the other ones didn't. I don't know if they publicly did that.
If you're taking political advice from Snoop Dogg, you deserve to be mad.
Yes.
No,
Like
no,
Snoop
no,
is
no,
a
no.
rapper, like he's an artist. Like I don't really subscribe to getting my political or financial or any kind of
No, I don't think it's even about
life
that.
advice from any,
You
celebrities.
You don't. All right, forget about.
You don't gotta stand.
No. All right, so no integrity.
No, he's an artist. Like if he has something that I want to purchase or something that I want to consume, you know what I mean? I will take that. But if not, then
if I'm a
cool.
consumer,
Yeah.
right? And the artist or the person that's pitching the product, I feel like they have no integrity. I'm not gonna connect with the brand.
These cats never had no integrity. No, everybody's bought and sold. Everybody got a price, though.
Facts.
Especially if you make your money off of your likeness.
Facts. And you know why I agree with that statement? Because if you really, like, let's be real, if you really feel truly, and I don't want to dig too deep, but if you really feel a certain way about somebody in a certain way or values or something like that, you shan't be at a cryptocurrency. There's far other ways you can make money.
Yeah. We'll talk.
Your palms are getting greased.
All right. So I feel like if you know you're a brand and you know that your celebrity is the way you make money, don't put things on record. Corey Cool always says, don't put it on record. Because once you put it on record, it's out there, right?
Right.
He doesn't have to publicly say shit about anything.
Ron.
About his personal, like he don't have to speak. We don't go to him for politics. We don't go to him for financial advice.
Right.
So he don't got to say nothing about that.
Right.
That was his decision to go out and try to do whatever he tried to do. Right. And I would rather my puppeteer entertainers just have no allegiance to anybody. It's just like, yo, I'm cool with
That's
everybody.
what social media is. You have to have an opinion now to be
Not really,
social,
not
on
Snoop.
social media. Yeah.
All Snoop has to do is just promote the brand, smoke bud, and just be cool with everybody.
Snoop Lion, Snoop Doggy Dog. It don't matter what he do.
No, he can
It's
do
cool.
all that.
He's just a celebrity. He's a mascot. And for whoever
All right.
has the bag for him.
What I'm saying is that I don't need my mascots having an opinion. Just be brainless. Like, yo, just be a
That's
mascot.
all
That's
social media is.
No.
It's giving the mascots opinions.
He don't.
Before the mascots didn't have opinions.
All right.
Now the
Snoop,
mascots have opinions.
All right. Great. GB, you can't have it both ways. You can't say we don't value his opinion on shit and then like, yo, they gotta have an opinion. It's for social media. We don't need.
No.
I'm trying to say.
He's gonna have to. No, he has to have an opinion, but we don't
Why,
have
though?
to respect it. Same way that lady told LeBron to shut up and dribble. I wasn't mad at it.
I don't even know her name, so it don't matter. She don't matter. You understand what I'm saying?
All right.
So she don't matter. All right. When did we ever like say like, yo,
Laura
I fuck
Ingraham
with Snoop?
at that too.
No, all right. When did we ever say like, yo, I fuck with Snoop because of this, because of his opinion about this?
Never.
Like if he said, yo, this is the best bud, then I'd be like, all right, yo, you seem like you're an expert in that. Other than that, it's like, yo,
it'll be like, okay, they're giving you a bag.
Even if they're giving them back, right? I think that's his area of expertise.
It
so I would trust him.
No, he could be selling you complete Reggie. That nigga could be selling you complete trash, yo.
That's all fine.
Because they gave you a bag, right? It don't matter.
That's all fine and dandy, right? And I think that this is the thing, right? If he doesn't perform for Trump, I'm pretty sure there'll be a Democrat or somebody on the Democratic side that'll win something that he could perform for them. He can just wait 4 years. Like, yo, all right, like this is what I'm trying to say. Like,
Rick got get paid this month, dog. We're talking about wait 4 years. We getting this bag, and my number is up right now. I just came off the Olympics where I did great. Yo, my number is through the roof right now. They calling. I'm going
name?
for it.
What's the chick's name?
Laura Ingraham.
All right. So now I appreciate her comments. So maybe I feel the same way she feel. Like, yo, just do what you do and shut the fuck up.
Shut up and dribble.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
to those followers that you have,
share the same last name as me.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Those sheep, you know, go out and, you know what I mean? Yo, peddle your products too. Because please believe, Don Julio call us tomorrow, offers a $2 million deal. This shit is going to be tequila and whiskey.
All right.
And
no,
wait.
wait.
And that's what I'm
or
trying to
next
say.
week with tequila and
Regardless
whiskey.
of it, take the whole idea of it being him. Put yourself in a situation. Are you going to?
If I'm not sitting here denouncing tequila drinkers and tequila brands, right? If I did that and then be like, yo, you know what? Shout out to our new sponsor. We got this tequila company. That'll look crazy, bro.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
You got a bag.
I would just shut up.
But
I would
also
shut up.
understand that by say if you were in your own right to say, listen, I'm doing this because I know my brand and what I do. It doesn't matter because everything we do, regardless of the fact, causes speculation. So the fact that he did it and he knows what he did it for doesn't merit the fact that millions of other people look at it a different way. You know what I'm saying? So it doesn't matter what he thinks or what he says. The action says it all.
In my opinion, this is my opinion, right? I respect when somebody does have an opinion and they stand on what they say. Just as a man, right? Let's put all the celebrity shit.
Wrong.
Yeah, they could be dead ass wrong. Stand on your shit, bro. Like, cause if you give up that money, there's gonna be some other money. It's mad people that don't like Trump, right?
Mm-hmm.
That'll give you a bag because you said fuck Trump. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So have some integrity, bro. Like, or just be quiet. I'd rather you as a puppet just be quiet.
What if integrity? Yeah, I mean, what if integrity is a step further? Like, you didn't be quiet or don't accept to do that,
bro. You have a choice.
Yeah, you do.
Right? You always have a choice. You could literally, just like, I'm cool. I'm Snoop. Because this is how I view Snoop. I view Snoop as being cool with everybody. Right? Yeah. This is the first time I seen this nigga like really take a stand publicly, like, no, he did that to Gayle King. And he went hard on him, and he went hard on Gayle King, right?
They call it
Now
go ahead.
he had to walk that back, right?
He did.
Because it was disrespectful, right?
Mhm.
But there's mad people that hate Trump. So it's like, all right, you might alienate Trump supporters, but it's mad people that's not Trump supporters. So you good, right? So the money, you don't got to worry about bread. But if you just say, yo,
they're not having
I
nothing right now.
already view Snoop as being cool with everybody. He could have just been cool with everybody and just be PC and be like, yo, it is what it is. Yo, sat in the third, and he won't look crazy.
So let's move the conversation a little further. Now, Trump did pardon Harry O, the co-founder of Death Row Records.
Mm-hmm.
So is he allowed to change his mind because of the circumstances?
Corey Cool said it. Don't put it on record. You don't have to put it on record,
Fine,
bro.
I put it on record, yeah, but I'm walking it back because you pardoned my man for my freedom.
Yo,
like
'cause
Lil Wayne went up there, Kodak Black went up there, like he pardoned people, and they walked and people walked things back. Like things change.
see this.
Do you give a person the chance to change his mind?
Yo, see this is. I don't want to get into any political conversations.
We already here,
right?
We already here, man.
This is one of the problems that I have with like politics in general, right? We feel like we gotta pick a side, right? And trust and believe.
For now,
no. You don't really have to pick a side because all this shit goes because there's two sides.
No, I think politics is better when you don't pick a side. I think
exactly
that's better.
That's what I'm trying to say. And
Snoop didn't pick a side. I mean, he picked the side. Yeah, but then he went to the other side. You gotta vote for somebody. No, it's the same conversation that we had when you was like, I'm not gonna vote. I told you that I think that you should vote because you have to make a decision. At the end of the day, you gotta make a decision. Where you stand this year doesn't mean you gotta stand there in another 4 years.
Right, because this one's not about the side. This is about the person, right? It's not like
right.
It's not like he went
and the circumstances changed.
Yeah, right.
Is it not about?
Well, I think
it's about the side.
I
always
think it's about the side and the person.
Yeah.
Well,
right?
I think normally it's about the side.
Normally,
right?
rappers and black people vote Democratic, right? And we got to understand that these niggas is cool. Republicans, Democrats, whatever, but they can act like there's a clash or whatever.
Yeah.
But it's not like when a Democrat is in the presidency that the Republicans just take 4 years off and don't do shit. They working together.
They are there.
They all there working. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But we
saw social media. They were all at each other's kids' weddings and all that. They were all together. Now the camera is there on every, so now they really got to be separate. You know.
Now we the person that's like see the argument and we hopping and helping a person, and then all of a sudden 6 months later these niggas is cool, and you stamp your opinion on the situation, and it's like, yo, you jumped in our shit. So you look crazy.
Shut up and dribble. Exactly. Tritty, as the resident artist here.
Yes, sir.
Are you careful of what brands you align with?
Absolutely. Like you said, you got to stand on what you stand on. I could really care less if I spew an opinion and somebody doesn't agree with me. You have to live with your own truths. You know what I'm saying? Right. So if there's something that doesn't wash right with me, then but I'm not petty. You know what I'm saying? It's really just a matter of choice. So like, do you mess with this? You fuck with that? Nah, I don't fuck with that. Why? This is why. I don't care if you don't like it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like, I'm big on like making the decision and standing on the truth. Like I have to be like he just said, I have to be, even if I'm gonna be wrong in somebody else's eyes, who cares? Yeah. Everything is an opinion. Nothing is a fact. You know what I'm saying? So even though you're giving a fact, it's still an opinionated fact. So it doesn't really move me. You know what I mean? And that's what I had to learn. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's why people get so stuck in this politic thing and everything, because it's an emotional thing, and like this, like, I guess a political thing. It's really emotional all the time.
Yes.
Yeah. And
personal. When
shit like this happens, right? And there's not many moments like this, right? Because people normally they kind of, when they're in the entertainment, they don't really put their opinions out there. Hard body, right? So now it leads me to believe, like, yo, like you said, Snoop is bought and sold. So now I'm prone to believe all the bullshit I heard about this nigga. You know what I mean? Like, oh yeah, that nigga he'll do that. He'll do this. He'll do this, that, and the third. And you hear weirdo shit about him. Hey, maybe the shit is true. Maybe you wouldn't believe it if the nigga was on some stand-up shit. But like, maybe he is the way, you know, what niggas is saying.
His brand is his business. His likeness is his business. If someone's gonna offer him money and it's not gonna break him, go for it. Look at Chrisette Michelle. She did it first. She did it for the first inauguration. She ain't been back since. You know?
Okay.
That's what it is, man.
Yeah, at least she stood on whatever. She took the consequences.
Man,
she ain't flip-flop.
No.
She ain't flip-flop.
Yo, if Kamala would have called her, she would have been right out there, bro.
Oh.
I'm almost positive she would have been.
All right. Either way, she didn't. Well, you know what? Let me retract that because she didn't put nothing on record. Like,
Man,
I
don't make
support
no
this
difference
particular candidate.
because they
It's
didn't
like,
have Megan Thee Stallion up there and them at the Democrat perform. You know what I'm saying? So it don't make no difference. They all
Glorilla.
What? Not disrespect. What do we look to have that performing at our Democratic Party? What is that saying? What message are we giving? Not that I care, but whatever.
That's something I didn't think about though. What message did they send for getting Snoop to go over there? Where they're like, we could buy your grapes?
They like, yo, all right. No.
Are they Snoop fans? Like, do they really want Snoop there? Like, I'm pretty sure they're more like Carrie Underwood and like.
No,
I
really think they're Snoop fans, yo.
Okay.
I really believe that because he's a household name.
He is
a household name, yeah.
So it's like,
I'm glad Trump made that nigga tap dance.
That's kind of like, all right, if you think about it, like, if I'm gonna be objective about
that's
it,
an ill
and
way
like,
to
I'm
look
gonna
at
be
it.
like,
I'm glad
maybe he did make him
like,
tap
yo,
dance a little
nigga,
bit. Like,
like,
yo,
all
I'm
right.
gonna buy your most famous nigga.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like you walk up like
Yes.
with Django. You're like, yo, what's the most expensive nigga on this damn on the plantation? He bought the most expensive nigga on the plantation.
yeah, he did. That's a fact.
You like, yo, like, you better come and do a fucking show. I'll expose your ass, nigga. I know mad shit about you.
But he did pardon his man. Changes a lot of things, man. If you was in jail, I would perform.
I appreciate it.
To get you out of jail.
I'll get you out of there.
I'll get you out, bro.
Yeah, man.
We got next, cool.
Yeah. All right, so yeah, where we at?
Birdie. Going right to the next one.
Yeah.
Respectability politics. We're going right to the next one.
All right. Bernice King calls out Sexy Red after she shares AI generated photo of her with Martin Luther King Jr. This is intentionally distasteful, dishonoring, deplorable, and disrespectful to my family.
You're the next slide.
Yeah.
Nah, it's right up there by Sexy Red hand.
Yeah, there you go.
That dick sucking hand. Pardon me.
I'm done.
Did she post this for Martin Luther King Day?
Yeah, she did.
Yeah, that's horrible.
I don't see nothing wrong with it.
Yeah, all right.
It don't look that
It's
bad.
not that bad.
This goes
It's not
back to-
that bad.
Okay,
This goes back to what-
Let's hear
We
your
was
thoughts on
just
it.
talking about this. I don't care. We don't care. But when you put something like that on wax, you're going to have to deal with the people who keep the lights on in that department. It just is what it is. The people are going to come running. It's just like if you do something with a dog, Peter comes for you. You know what I'm saying?
All right, so she's an artist. She might be a distasteful, disrespectful artist. Why can't she celebrate Martin Luther King?
Because she celebrated it in a way that a family wouldn't, they found it distasteful.
No, that wasn't that bad.
They were just looking
See,
at
no,
it.
It was because he's in a club.
No,
I
you
think
know
she
what?
went hard. I think she kind of went
Listen,
hard.
I'm being understanding of the family, not because of it was crazy.
No, I'm gonna say this. It wasn't about the picture. It's just her.
It's her.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
her.
You
Yeah.
know what it is, though.
was her.
It's her.
it's distasteful because it's her.
No, but she took it down and apologized, which was even crazier.
No, that was
That's
about
kind
right.
of admitting, like, yo, you're right. I'm a piece of shit.
Or
That's the way I looked at it.
or it took me off the fucking radar because I don't need this. And you know, you probably sitting in a room and got a bunch of consultants like, yo, just dodge this one.
Yo,
All right,
yeah.
Can I ask you a question?
Go ahead.
If, because that didn't seem that disrespectful.
That wasn't that bad.
If you could describe a very disrespectful picture that Sexy Red could have put up there, can you describe one that would be disrespectful? Because I think she could have got way more disrespectful.
I mean, she could have again. Don't get me wrong. She could have did way more. I'm just saying the gesture. Listen, when you do things like that, best believe you should have checked in. You should have checked in.
She just put herself with a picture. Yeah, it's like, yo, I'm that bad that I can't even be.
You could have had MLK
with this dude.
You can't even
money.
be with
She could have had MLK.
We live in a day and a time where everybody's touchy. So if you're just gonna play in the field and act like it wasn't gonna be a problem, or if it was up in the air that it wouldn't, nobody sat in the room and said, okay, what if it does come back? What are we gonna do with it? Then you didn't really consider it. You just did it and you didn't think it was distasteful. To you, it may not think it that way. And it wasn't that serious. I agree. But that's why there's different opinions.
I feel like they think
Sexy Red
it's what she represents.
She doesn't stand
it's
for
what
much.
it's
So
what she
her doing
represents.
She would have had more decorum if she would have hit them up and said, listen, I'm about to do this. She just did it, and now they got to see her doing that.
All right, but
doing
So,
like
you know
doing
what I mean?
that, it's
He's
like, yo,
looking
it's
at her.
like, yo, he's
He was
looking
just
at it.
literally
Right.
looking at her.
Let's be clear.
Isn't that
right?
what people say now? Like, people get mad when people do things. And it's like, oh, that was distasteful. Why did she do that? So it doesn't matter how crazy it was.
All right, let's just think about
clout, yo.
Let's think about it from a marketing standpoint, right? The MLK, like if I'm a brander or a marketer, like it's like, all right, MLK is getting remembered more for the holiday and getting a day off for kids in school versus like what he actually did, the work that he did, right? So she could be putting all those YNs that listen to her music on to like maybe they
could have thought of it that way.
Like to putting them on the MLK so they know it's more than a holiday, it's more than a street in a hood, it's more than that.
What was the caption? That's the thing.
I agree, but when you set a precedence of who you are, then you only get assumed. So it comes with the package. Every single song you've done is in the manner of distaste. So when you do something like that, regardless, again, I am on your side. I'm just telling you, if I was around shooting shit, now if you know me to shooting shit, right, and I come down here, y'all ain't gonna be looking at me like, yo Yosemite Trick, like what's he up to? Like, you don't even think that I have a hot hand because of something. It's associated. It's a stigma. So she already, I don't see a problem with it, but I just saying who she is and doing it on the day, it's just gonna make people talk.
Yeah, yeah. Would you mind if I read this comment or two?
Sure.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
all right. So first one, this generation is embarrassing. Okay, that was pretty open-ended. Are y'all slow? Dr. King was a married man. This is disrespectful to his wife. It doesn't even matter about who he is. For any woman to play with another man, see that one right there, I think is just kind of like
that's a reach. See,
you know
what I'm saying? That's a whole personal situation.
Bernice is absolutely right, and that's that everything ain't meant to be a joke. Period. Okay, they almost talking to each other. Y'all think everything is funny, and it's not.
But I think that's the bigger thing of this whole thing too. I think this generation is kind of playing with MLK a little too much. I've seen his likeness with money. I've seen his likeness with gold teeth. I've seen him giving Rosa Parks back shots.
Yep.
Oh man.
Yo, you know what I'm saying?
Yo,
like, I've seen them on party flyers for MLK weekend. Like, they're promoting parties. They're kind of playing with his name too much. Maybe if I'm going to shoot her a little bail, if I'm going to look at this thing a little.
No, you want the right track too.
Maybe she's just using Sexy Red as an example to the rest of the YNs to be like, yo, stop playing. Put some respect on MLK's name.
I need to see the caption. I don't know what the original caption was.
No, I think she just posted it just like that. I think it was just posted just like that. no happy MLK, but just the AI thing, just the thing, even if it wasn't that big of a deal, which I don't think it was, you know. And yo, shout out to Sexy Red. She handled it well. She apologized, took it down ASAP.
Exactly.
You know, they kind of playing with his name too much. I actually saw a clip going around where someone was in a strip club and they were asking the scripters who would be a better tipper, MLK or Malcolm X.
That's horrible.
You know what I'm saying? So they kind of playing. They kind of playing a little too much.
All right.
So
now that
maybe,
is disrespectful. That's distasteful.
Right.
Her just posting a picture of her like with holding hands with MLK. I didn't think it was that disrespectful.
Well, what if she was like turned to the side? Like, let's say they were standing together, side by side. She was holding his hand. Do you think it would be that big of a deal?
I don't think it has anything to do with them face to face or whatever. I think it's just her. And
he could have been cashing the dub, yo. I don't think it would have mattered.
Yo, bro.
Yeah, I don't think it would have mattered.
Yo, bro.
She ain't want to see her.
From a marketing standpoint, MLK is like, his legacy is becoming just a holiday in street signs.
Yeah, and he should be Black Jesus.
But
honestly,
I don't think.
Yo, who the closest than the Black Jesus? He died for us. He died for our sins, right? I don't know.
Well,
talk about it.
They lined him.
Yo, they definitely lined him. Speaking on that, Trump is saying that he's gonna declassify the CIA MLK documents.
But see,
so that we're gonna be able to see through them and see exactly what's going on.
See, that's
you think that's gonna be more hurtful or hard or
whole another 2 hours of conversation. Don't get me started. Like that, that type of stuff. I stay far away from it.
That's what I'm trying to understand about.
I stay far away from it.
Is Trump? Is he bucking against the system or what? I don't know what.
It's called leverage. It's what they taught them that they didn't teach us. I'm just gonna keep it real. That type of thing is what they do. That's the 6 degrees of separation. That's that shit that they do it for a reason. There's a reason for that. Why would Kodak Black get pardoned? Not saying that he doesn't need to be pardoned, but ask yourself, why?
President.
To gain favor.
So what do you look to gain from that? Favors, right? Those favors come in many forms, shapes. So we don't know that. We ain't on the other side.
What could Trump get from a Kodak Black?
What you mean? What does he look to benefit from? He benefits even after his presidency. He's still going to be a president, Secret Service and everything, moving around.
No, for sure. So sure,
we don't know what that is after that.
See, this is my thing, right? You already in. You in already, right? You don't got to do shit for Black people, right? You don't got to do shit for them no more.
But why not?
That's what I'm saying. Like,
yo, get the clout.
He's supposed to be a racist. He's supposed to be all this stuff. Why even? Why even? Like, you know what I mean?
It's leverage, man. To have certain things set up for you later in life. There's things that we're not even privy to talk about.
Okay, so I get that. You got Bushes. They're in oil. They hired Dick Cheney, Halliburton, all that good shit or whatever like that. That's a money play, right? What you gonna get from Kodak Black? Can he put some
clout? No clout. Look at the play. Look at the play. He pardoned Lil Wayne, Kodak Black. Two dudes that got clout in the hood, right?
Do you know how the demographic of what he gained through doing that?
Exactly.
It may seem like very small. When you go to those rallies, you see a lot more of what you think shouldn't be supporting it.
Exactly.
All right. What I believe is that I already knew this. I didn't think he was like overtly racist and all that other shit like that. I kind of knew it wasn't. I knew it's a play.
Classist, but he's not racist.
Yeah, and it doesn't matter if you Black, white, or whatever. If you got bread and people are poor around you, you don't want them around you. Anyway, exactly. You understand what I'm saying? Don't matter.
Be gone.
You know what I mean? So that is what it is. And the crazy shit about it is I think he fucks with these niggas. And he did. We all know that he did because in the 2000s, it's like all these niggas is around this nigga, right? But now all of a sudden, all the rappers is like, nah, we fucking with this person. I think that this nigga is looking to expose a whole bunch of shit. And these niggas is probably somewhere in this mix. And they like, yo, we need these people. What? I don't know if it's the Epstein shit. I don't know if it's
No,
Diddy. I don't know. It could be a whole host of shit.
you know what it is? It cannot be to expose anything. Because what do we need? What could be exposed?
Well, no, he's exposing the same system who tried to put him in jail.
But he already did that. He did that already by exposing how they move and everything. When his first presidency, he was exposing everything that's wrong
I
with
don't
the
think
system.
he done, dog.
He don't have to declassify no MLK files.
And he's doing
But
JFK
what
too.
does that? But again, y'all, I get how y'all looking at it from that.
Yeah.
End, but what do you? Yeah, he did it. Whoop-de-doo, Basil. What is that doing for?
It's gonna piss off a lot of Americans.
Cause mass hysteria.
Yes, it's gonna be a divide, and he's gonna create he's gonna create a lot of distrust in the government.
And he
once you see it in writing that the government conspired to kill MLK, and then they turn around and kill my holiday, he's kind of.
I'll give you even
he's gonna tear the government down. Honestly,
I'll give you.
This is what I'm trying to say. Why?
I'll give you a loophole because what I tell people, I say, yo, don't even worry about this, man. Just look for the loopholes because you know what the last loophole was? The PPP loans.
Mm-hmm.
See, I was pussy. I ain't do it because I thought I was gonna get in trouble.
Shout out to
One
you.
of my friends,
you.
one of my friends did it. He was. I gave him a place to rock. I gave him a place to rock. He used my basement, where I had my studio. As a studio, was no studio down there, and I was in the gym with him the day when they called and say they forgave him. So again, these are loopholes. Look for the loopholes. Don't worry
How much
about
he got?
How much he got?
How much he got?
Huh?
How much he got?
20,000 for a studio
nice
that
lick,
never really. You know what I'm saying?
That's a nice leg.
That's a nice little leg, and he's still up to this day.
I don't know.
So the point that I'm
I was
making,
scared.
the point that I'm making is that, like, yo, bro, if the next loophole now is this TikTok thing, you see how quick. It was like, oh, he's about to shut it down. Everybody's like, why are you using it? He's gonna shut it down. In 12 hours, it came back up. Now they're talking about 10 to 58,000 if the phone still has TikTok, because now influencers will buy that phone to have multiple phones making money on it. These guys already got money. They're making money. So what's 10,000, 50,000 with a phone that still has TikTok on it? Because you can't download. If you know, you can't download the app now. Mm-hmm. If you have it on your phone, you're good.
Yeah. Yo, the one thing about America right now is it's all gas, no brakes. It is time to make money. Yo,
the realest line of the whole night,
it's all gas, it's no brakes. If you can't make money in this 4 years, off yourself, yo.
Because fam, this big,
he's taking the restrictions off of everything. Right. YouTube, everything. You could go wild. You could say anything you want. You could do anything you want. Right. You could say, yo, you could do anything. Yo, it's crypto is up. Just be careful with dudes pulling the little scams. But yo, stocks is busting. Everything is busting. So yo,
so for you to
make
be
money,
paying attention to all this other shit, just look for the loopholes, because all of that shit, I promise you, has nothing to do with the benefits of what we can benefit from. Like, he's doing things for him, and that's a whole nother story that we can't even touch. Right. There's some loopholes in this whole presidency that we just need to enjoy.
They're gonna be right there.
Because you know what? When Obama came, he had a lot of plans for us, right? He didn't get much done on his table. He still has to finish the last administration. So when Bush was in, he had this president comes in, they still have to carry out the last thing that was going on. So they don't always get to all their policies that they want to do. That's how it always happens.
This nigga was doing shit the first day.
No, that's because he had help. It's different. He already had us fucked up with that bail reform. If y'all don't know what the bail reform is, y'all already know there's a lot of things on that list that have made all of this possible. That's why we're here.
Right.
He's just reinforcing that bail reform that was set out that lets all these other rules and these laws change up for, like, sex offenders and so on and so forth. Second degree murders and all this other shit. There's a lot of things on this list that it applies to, but nobody want to take the time to read that, and that's where Project 2025 comes into place. But that's a whole nother story.
Yeah. What else we got, Cole? Get him sexy. Get him sexy.
Oh man.
They go to Spirit, man. They go to Spirit. Spirit talking about. Spirit Airlines begin strict dress code enforcement. Offensive tattoos and crop tops not allowed on board. Booty shorts is still a go, I see.
Of course, right?
You know what I'm saying? Now, yo, listen. What is this? What does this mean? You ever flew Spirit?
Yeah, and I won't do it again. I did it like 3 times just because I had no choice.
What was bad about it?
Everything.
Okay, like no, but what was it like? What was different between that and another airline?
The planes are smaller. They're dirty. They're not clean properly. The staff is not trained properly. They're very rude. In most cases, they throw your shit all over the place.
You kind of getting what
and it's
you
a rickety ride, man.
It's a rickety ride.
It's a rickety ride.
Wow.
Between Spirit and Frontier, I don't know which is worse.
They're the Peter Pan of the air. Anybody took a Peter Pan bus?
Yeah, I took it.
You know what I mean? Yeah. They're the Peter Pan of the air.
Try to bust.
I don't see how. I kind of see how this helps them, but I kind of don't. You know, like know your crowd, yo. I would lean into the ratchet. Yo, dog, I would lean into the ratchet, yo.
Know your crowd,
yo. Yo, offensive yo, all gas, no brakes, yo. Offensive tattoos.
You flew Spirit before?
I never flew Spirit.
I never flew Spirit. You flew
Spirit?
Spirit?
Yeah,
I
don't suggest.
I flew one from New York to Detroit. I flew Spirit.
I flew one to.
That's the
Florida
only way to
and
fly
went
to
Atlanta.
Detroit.
Yo, listen. So wait, what if Spirit made a
No,
tagline?
I flew to Vegas.
What if their tag? Oh, that's a long flight on Spirit.
I just remembered it. Yeah, it was a rickety ride. 4 or 5 hours.
Yeah, that's real far. That's too far. Yo, what if Spirit decided to make its new tagline? You get what you pay for. How do you think that would go over?
It would shut down immediately.
You think so?
Not long after it would go bankrupt.
You think so?
Yes.
I don't rock,
so?
man.
Because
Yo,
no,
make that shit soul plane, man.
I think it would rock.
Get what you pay for.
You get what you pay for.
Yo, make it soul plane, man. Yo, chicken,
That's crazy.
Henny, whatever you want on it. Yo, let's rock. Yo, let's do it. Sponsored by KFC, yo.
You know what? I
Colonel
can't.
on side
I'm
of that
too close. I'm like one of those guys that's too close to the case. It's too personal for me, so I'm gonna make it personal. Nah, bro.
No, I'm telling you, in the comments, let us know if Spirit changes its branding or its marketing tagline.
The only thing that's good about Spirit is
for
the cheap prices.
Yo,
and that's how they get you.
I'm saying, right?
When you go on,
and they lost my luggage one time, so no,
Oh,
they're
yeah,
horrible.
salute,
no,
yeah.
and I never got it back.
they didn't lose
Word.
it.
Never got it
They
back.
didn't lose
They
it,
don't
sir.
reimburse you?
Sir, they didn't lose
didn't
it.
reimburse
They
me.
took it.
Yeah.
They taxed it. That's what you
Wow.
got for
Like,
me.
you know, Delta, I lost something over there. They sent it once they got it. Like things like the American Airlines,
Yeah.
Spirit. And that was a while ago.
Yo,
but I would
imagine what
never
a
give it
Spirit
another
lounge
try.
would look like in the airport.
Yo, we were in that shit.
Get them sexy.
I heard like Spirit is just like it got like all the same type of seats, no
Yeah.
different
no
classes.
space.
Yeah.
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 Get what
it,
you
man.
pay
No space,
for.
man.
Get what you pay for.
And that lets everybody know what
Yo,
they done
bro.
paid for. This is what you're going to
Yo,
get.
$80?
$80.
Yo. How you gonna get there for $80? Like, come on, nigga.
Come
Come
on,
on.
how
Yo, you best
you know
not
what's
complain.
Yeah, you
They're
better
gonna
not.
go out of business soon. You know why? Because JetBlue is now flying out of MacArthur Airport now, and
Are they really?
Yeah, so they
we
doing
right
$65.
here.
Yeah, they doing it out of there now.
Oh, we right here.
So
Yo, but didn't someone buy Spirit? Like, isn't Spirit under somebody now?
I thought something just happened.
I thought JetBlue bought Spirit.
No,
Like,
no,
they
no.
had them.
Oh, that's who I think the Southwest is going out of business?
No, Southwest is still
no,
rocking.
Southwest is still
It's
alive.
not going bankrupt though?
No.
Nah,
They
Oh,
rocking.
okay.
They
they're very
rocking.
much still a thing.
Because I heard like Southwest had cheap flights and Spirit had cheap flights.
Well, Spirit got cheap
Spirit
flights.
always got cheap
Southwest
flights.
thing is that
JetBlue
Southwest
used to
is
be
going to
pretty
connect
cheap,
you
too.
like a motherfucker.
Shit, you could go to
Shout out to
Bahamas
Southwest.
for
Shout out to the
$65.
homie.
Remember that?
Okay.
You know what I mean?
JetBlue
But
used to be
With
pretty
JetBlue,
cheap.
you could go to 60. I remember them
JetBlue used to
days.
be cheap.
Remember them?
Oh, JetBlue is love.
$79.
JetBlue is love.
Really?
Shout out
I used to get up
JetBlue.
outta
JetBlue
here.
was like the first
I used to
new
get up
airline.
out of here, boy.
Yeah.
Shout out JetBlue.
Frontier is a little wild though. Niggas ever fly Frontier?
Now, that's another horrible experience. You do that because you're like, you know what? I'm not
I
paying
gotta get there.
$400 and I gotta get to where I'm going. You paid it
I respect that. yo.
20, but after you go through that, bro,
I think a lot of us
too
are
much turbulence.
But you never felt like
Slow-
you were gonna die. Like you got
Nah,
there, but it was a
when
little
they-
uncomfortable.
I had to go.
Why
to
are we
sleep.
so bougie when it comes to planes though?
Dog, because it's a plane.
Shit,
and
you
It's
that
not
shit-
like you taking a bus.
Yeah, but you're too far up in
you're
the
too
sky.
far up. Well, like what
all
happened?
right, it's not like yo, you expect it to crash or anything like that. It's
You
just like all
rather calm
right,
for a
like,
plane, my bro.
They got little roaches. He got
What?
roaches and bed bugs on it. Like, what's the big
Yo,
deal? Like,
we're
what the fuck? Like,
Thousands and
all right.
thousands.
So we yeah, all right. It's not like niggas is flying first class all the time or something like that. And it's like, all right, you fly, let's say another airline and you fly economy, whatever. I don't know. I haven't been on Spirit, so could it be that much different than economy?
Yes. It's
yeah.
yo.
It's the people.
It's the people. It's the turbine in the plane. The turbines, like a Delta turbine. I trust a Delta turbine. I don't trust.
They take what do they take? They take the other. They take the other plane, the old planes from the other airlines or some shit like that.
They put an 87 in that motherfucker. They put an 87 in them shit.
I wish we could have other people chime in that actually flew, but they really got a lot of like turbulence in the sky. Like I don't know what it is with their planes. It's very rickety.
Really?
I went to sleep. I was like, nah, I ain't doing this. I got a drink.
Yeah,
and I was like this
Bro,
until I woke up because it was just
close
too much.
to the front.
Too much, like
Mad close to the pilot.
yeah, nah.
Mad close to the pilot. Like I was in the first seat.
The planes are not the same.
Oh, so you was in first class?
A Delta plane, bro. They're not. They're smaller. Word? It's a little bit smaller. Those planes are smaller.
Nah, the thing is, the plane is not smaller. Niggas put more seats in it. It's not smaller. It's the same fucking plane, dog. It's just more seats.
They pack that shit out.
Yo, either way, it's not safe. Bro.
Yeah, where you have 3 rows. Where you have 3 seats in, on each row, they're gonna put 4 in that motherfucker. They're gonna pack them out. Pack them out.
I don't know. I'm on some shit now going forward where it's like, traveling. It's more about getting to where you need to go.
Mm-hmm.
It's not necessarily like I guess the plane ride does have some impact on it, but it's like, all right, if I want to get to a place and enjoy that place or experience that place,
yeah,
all right, like yo, because you got people that travel and they might go somewhere and stay in a hostel or some shit like that.
That's
and
wild.
They don't stay at the crazy, the most exclusive accommodations or whatever, but they get there and they experience the city, the place, wherever they're at, the country.
What's a hostel?
It's like a sort of like
it's like
a shared. It's
a shared place.
Yeah, shared like a shared room. Sometimes some have bunk beds and
how
all
many
that.
people? Oh, so you share like a room?
Yeah.
One of my mans went to Japan like
so
that.
like in Miami when we used to go to Miami, we used to like right on Ocean Ave and what's that other block right behind it?
Collins.
They have when we used to do the Airbnbs when they first started off. They literally would leave you a key and give you a combination number. So that'd be to the room, but like. Everybody, it's like a landlord, and it's just like some rooms got like it's a full apartment. Some of them got like cots and bunk beds, and everybody uses it like a communal bathroom. It's
you
stuff
share the
like
bathroom
that.
and all that. Wow,
it might some of them, but like the one we stayed in, it was like everybody had their own apartment. So ours had like a 3-bedroom. The other ones had 2 bedrooms, 3 bedrooms.
Okay, all right.
But it's like a place where like everybody dorms together.
Everybody gets down to share.
Yeah. Then I heard they have like some joints is like dorm rooms.
Yeah, like
multiple bunk beds
men
and
women, like men and women together.
Oh, wow, that's wild.
Yeah. But it's like, all right, people need to get where they need to go.
That's
they
how
want
it is
to go
in
to
Europe. Like that's what they call hostels.
Yeah.
Over in Europe.
You ever seen that movie Hostel? It was a
yeah. Matter of fact, yeah.
That's what that is.
All right.
It's just horrifying.
Shit.
They made it look super
Yo,
bad.
I always heard it. I was like, what is it? You know what I'm saying?
At first, you're like, yo, nah, like we're never going away now. Like,
it's a porn category too. I just never checked it. It's like hostel. I was like, what's that about? But I never checked it. You know what I mean?
Yo, there's
you gonna go check it tonight.
There's certain things in life that you think about and you want to experience, but you're like, I don't want to have to go through that. But it's like
skydiving.
Like
that looks fun. But what if that cord don't? Cord pull.
I don't know what about it looks fun.
Yo, I say
the emergency one don't pull.
It's like I would like to see how that shit is, but do I really want to be in a position where I got to stay at a hostel? But I'm like,
hell no.
I'll do it if I'm with the homies because now. You ain't gonna do this to 7 people.
Yeah.
We all here.
Maybe
and you know what? When we went to Miami, we went with that notion like, yo, we really about to go into this hostel. He's just leaving a key somewhere. Like, how we know that the key gonna be there? Like, how does this work? And we went there. It was like 7 us deep. It was some weird people in there though.
Man, nigga, did he walk into that shit, nigga? It's a wrap.
Yo, when
Did he taking over the hostel?
Yo,
out.
Story like when we had the shelter, We weren't filled up as of yet.
Mhm.
And it was a guy that hit us on Craigslist that said, yo, I'm coming to New York and I need a place to stay. And we had bunk beds and shit.
Wow.
And he rented a bunk bed because
Wow,
he
kinda
met
all
a
he need.
chick. He visited New York and
Yeah.
came to New York and was
Yeah.
visiting. And it was like, yo, a hostile type of thing.
Yeah.
And he came and stayed and rented a bed.
Yep.
Nice.
The hostel.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of
So
crazy.
That's how, yo,
interesting.
bro. That's my thing is going forward. It's not much that I physically want or whatever. I just want new experiences, traveling and shit like that. And I can't do that shit because I got kids. If I'm taking,
Mhm.
and I'm not. If I'm with my wife, I'm not gonna stay at a hostel or something like that. But but some people, I feel like you got to get to where you need to go in order to get that experience.
Not
You know what I mean?
bad though, bro. But I guess.
Not that bad. You're
Yo.
exactly.
Yeah, I hear you.
Shout out to Spirit, the hostel in the air.
Yeah.
The hostel. Yo, they coming
The
for
hostel of the
OG.
skies. Yo,
That's funny.
get what you paid for, cool.
We headed, man. We headed now.
Bring it home. To go to the last joint.
Yeah.
Right here.
Yeah, the Jenkins family speaks out.
All right. You want to give a little context on this?
Yeah, this is a couple in Ohio. He's a real estate developer, and he moved to the most affluent part of Ohio, built a house on one of the properties. When he said affluent, he's the only black couple out there. You know? A neighbor that lives on a adjacent block came over and rang the bell and accused him of not living in the house. Then when he said that I live in the house, she ran off and yelled for the police and made a whole big thing about it. And
Yeah, it sounds about right.
here we are.
Okay.
So she did end up calling the police.
She did end up calling the police. Yes.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Now this happened in November. The video just recently got released because you're absolutely right. Had this not been captured on camera, on video, we already know the story that was going to be told and how it was going to be spun. But you guys had it on camera. What made you guys finally decide to release it?
Move the camera.
Well, I actually released the video in our community Facebook group, about 500 or so people. And ever since I've been like, we've been shattered. We've been upset. It's so many different factors and so many different feelings. I picked a video in our community Facebook group to share what happened. And it took a lot for me to do that. And then we woke up and the videos everywhere.
It can be uncomfortable, especially when it comes to a place that you call a place of peace. Has that affected your sense of security and trust in the neighbors?
Of course, it makes us feel
So she did end up calling the police.
unwelcome and unsafe. We have 2 boys. To know that we can't go walk the dog, someone looking at us is what's going to happen. It's a lot of weight. It's a lot of pain. And it's a lot of emotion. Not once have we got their apology.
Whoa. Nobody said anything?
HOA ghosted me. I made a police report. It was emotional to make a police report because we all know what happens when you call the police. So I had to think, do I go outside? It's dark. Do I let them come inside? Do I let my son be staying here? And even explaining and sharing that this lady racially profiled us. She ran from our house screaming. My son came home from work, who's 17, and said, Mom, what if I was taking out the trash? What if she had a gun?
Okay.
It's the music for
He could pass his if he cut up them fucking half a head of dreads looking like the Predator.
He still got black features.
Yeah. I don't really feel sorry.
No. All right. Let's be completely objective on this one.
Okay.
Like because I feel the same way you feel, but let's do the proper exercise on it. Because I know how you feel. I kind of feel the same way. But is it wrong or right? What happened to them?
It's not about wrong or right, man. It just is what it is, man. Like,
Should you be allowed to live anywhere you want to, no matter what neighborhood it is, no matter?
I feel like people are more comfortable living around people that are like them. You know, point period.
Let's not
Point blank period. Right?
Let's
Now,
not.
Can I say, Tritty, hold before you go? Like, understand this nigga he's a developer, right? But he ain't trying to develop no shit in the black neighborhood. He wanted to go over where they were.
I actually watched that interview, and part of that interview, he did say it's making him think that maybe he should develop communities instead of developing houses. He should develop not all black communities, but like, you know, because I don't think you could do that, but he should, you know, kind of like concentrate. I don't think you could develop a black community.
You can.
It just kind of has
you
to
can
happen.
do it. You're like, yo, bro. If you have the ability to build a house, if you call yourself a developer, right, you can do that, right? You can literally take a area that might be undervalued, just how other ethnicities or races do. They target it, and then they have a plan of action, and then they work on that shit, right? Then they say, yo, this is the hot spot. Then those people start moving there. Then the complexion of the neighborhood starts to change.
Keep the white people out.
You could red gate the same way they red gate us. It's
illegal. You kind of can't do it though.
Okay, this is the thing.
No, it's not.
I'm not saying this is not all right. I don't think this is fucked up, right? So if you go into the hood and you gentrify a black neighborhood and you carve out your little shit and you call you live in Whiskey and you call your shit Whiskey Gardens and your shit is 3 blocks or whatever, and you start carving out your own shit.
I would love to live there.
Yo, you could do that. Well, but what we do is that in order to signify success, it's like, nah, I can't keep my money here. I gotta spend my money over there. Because this is
what if
like,
they just want better? What if it's just better over there?
If you a developer, you can create better. If you call yourself a developer, you could develop something better.
Right. Well, it takes a while to be able to develop a whole neighborhood.
If you could go to the most affluent area in that town and buy a plot of land, then you could buy multiple plots of land in the hood, or in a certain in the undervalued in the hood area.
Yeah, but niggas, man, I don't want to live with niggas. Man.
Yo, you know what the crazy? No. You know what? And you don't want to live with niggas, and niggas can't stand to live with you, so y'all stay apart. If you create that shit, and you like, yo, these niggas is like, these niggas is like black white people,
Atlanta is
right?
Like one of the most best places to like have that example. Like you got Peachtree. There's 2 types of Peachtree. There's Peachtree City, where it's like the debonair white people and all that stuff. And then you got the freaking Peachtree, the hood, down beat. Like you just said, like, you know, you got Garden City, Garden City Park.
Right.
Like,
right.
Garden City Park is what? Diverse, right?
Yeah.
Garden City is what?
Wow.
It's not so diverse.
It's
There's a couple in there,
but
but it's 2 different things.
Right.
But it was created that way.
But then it's terrorists.
And then there's
TA right there. Yeah, TA right there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? As soon as you cross the train track, you gotta have a place for people to live. You know what I mean?
Because it was red gated. That's different. That we didn't create that. We had no choice.
Okay.
You know what the fucked up shit about it is that we talk about these areas, and until an area is validated by white people, we don't deem it as being good as black people. White people have to move there in order for us to validate it as being a good neighborhood.
Who said that, though?
That's how it is, bro.
I don't think so.
Yo, bro. Yo, why? Okay.
So wait.
All right. So hold on. Let me say. Okay, because you'll have, like, look at Brooklyn. Look at Brooklyn, right?
Yeah.
It's mad niggas that live in Brooklyn, right? But you got black people that live in Brooklyn. They want to move to Long Island. But then the white people. Hold on. Let me finish. But then the white people that can't live in Manhattan will just buy up shit in the hood and make Brooklyn better in the hood. And they won't. It'd be like, yo, the cops put out an APV, like, don't fuck with these white people or these people that's in your neighborhood. Don't touch them, or you getting double, triple time or some shit like that.
That has to do with
they feel safe there.
It's a capital thing. You know what I'm saying? So what one is doing, the other can't do, because there ain't too much of us doing that. Meaning, like, the gentrifying is coming from the money of them, not us doing that. Like the most that's happening is like establishments and businesses, but like a whole development. Like,
No, that is a
I definitely understand.
that's a
what you're
bigger
saying.
that is definitely a bigger problem, because I feel like a lot of these groups, they have their powwows and they come up with a plan of action
right.
collectively. Black people are like very individualist.
Nah, I need my own shit.
Individual.
No, well,
Yeah.
it's not. But let's stay with the Brooklyn example too, with the white people coming into Brooklyn. Before the white people got there, there was a dude from the neighborhood that had like a little coffee shop with a plant shop. You know what I mean? Everything included. You get your little leaf and everything in there. But now the white people moved in there. Now there's a Starbucks that opened up across the street. You know what I mean? So now everything kind of gets gentrified. Businesses, homes, rent is going up. Everything is going up. You know.
This all right. You gotta understand, right? So Starbucks goes into a community because they know that there are people there now that could buy their coffee.
Yeah.
Right. Black working class people or middle class Black people can afford Starbucks coffee. If everybody starts moving there, a Starbucks will probably pop up there too. You understand what I'm saying? It's now a nigga that got a smoke shop. He like, yo, niggas in the hood will buy this. And if that's all that's there, yeah, it's gonna serve the community. Anything that's there, and it's been there, is to serve the community, to serve the demographic of the community. But if a different demographic starts to move in, and it starts to, like, when they say change the complexion, they saying it's getting brighter when white people move in, but changing complexion is like new money is coming in, different type of money, different type of level of money is coming in. It could be Black people that have jobs that are middle or working class people.
No, I ain't gonna lie to you. Complexion. I've been, it's so crazy because you said that, and that literally just like brought me back to a part in life where I was told that the complexion. I was being let go because they said the complexion. Really, they were changing the complexion. They thought that was professional in the hotel, and that only means one thing. It has nothing to do with color. But it really means changing the complexion, like bringing those with money, capital, things that we're not. Let's just flat out say it, born into. Because who's buying a freaking lot of land to put apartments? That's in all average. Who's putting that there? So that's why when you say that, yes,
let's not let's not act like we don't have the money as a community.
We do, but I'm talking about what's really happening. Like right off back, name me 3 people who are doing that. Like, are we into the only thing we have is
no, that's why I said before it's a bigger issue because Black people are individualists.
Right.
They don't do collective economics. We don't work together when it comes to shit like that. You'll have one nigga that's a developer that's gonna build a house for himself and his family. All right. He not like, I'm gonna build a crib in this area or whatever, but I don't know what else he built.
Well, we're only like that because we was taught that. It's generational. You gotta break generational curse. That's the whole point of
of crabs in the barrel, yo.
This is why, man. And this is why I don't feel sorry for dude, right?
No, I don't feel sorry.
I don't feel sorry for dude where he made the decision to take his money and go there, and then it didn't matter. It didn't matter how much money he had. He was still a nigga.
Yo, that's like you having all the money and going to buy a house somewhere in Levittown or whatever.
Oh yeah.
And
literally,
thinking that because you have a gate and
you got all the money, you're not moving to Levittown.
It doesn't make a difference.
One floor. Niggas living in big ass garages over there. Shout out to Levittown, yo.
No, sometimes the garage is as big as the house. It be as big as the house.
Yeah. Niggas boilers be in the living room, yo. Shout out to Levittown, yo. You want to keep us out. When them niggas be home, them niggas hate niggas over there, bro.
I used to service houses in there.
Yeah,
like,
me too, yo.
I'm telling you.
I'm like, you moved in, the boiler right here? The boiler be right in the kitchen.
I'm like, yo, y'all wash clothes in the kitchen?
Yo, that's the crazy.
Get out of here,
nigga. Hard working white people, those people are the most racist, and they don't want to be infiltrated, but they don't have enough money to keep other races of people out. Like when you go affluent neighborhoods, mainly if you got the money to be there, they're like, all right, well, I guess you one of the good black people. You know what I mean? So they're not gonna trip and do no crazy shit. But hardworking white people, that they're like, they would be, as far as racist, they're gonna be the most racist because they know they can be infiltrated.
Nah, they're gonna get you up out of there.
Yeah, they're gonna try very hard.
There's a certain culture that they want to upkeep in that area. For instance, one of my boys, real quick, he opened up a pizza shop. It was a rap pizza shop in Mineola. How long you think that's gonna last with the demographic that's there?
Should rock though, right? Nah, it
should rock.
Yeah.
When he's attached to all the rappers, Nature and all these other people.
Yeah.
So people want to smoke Cassidy. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So where you think on the front street of Mineola, close to Winthrop Hospital,
Yeah.
that you think
that was a bad location.
The people, think about it. Like,
but why would he want to open up there? Because everything closed early there.
No, he thought it was good at the time. Yeah. But I mean, he'll admit to it that he just took a chance with it. But now I'm bringing it up just to make a point. Like the people that build these towns, like Syosset is full of Asians. You feel me?
Right.
Don't think for 1 second you're bringing anything to that town without them catching wind of it and they saying, no, shut that down. So that's the same thing for every town. Right. Like with the same demographics. They're not having that. In Central Islip, it's the only place that has a CVS, EMAS, and more. Because there's a predominantly more Hispanic people between Brentwood and Central Islip. Go anywhere else, you won't even see that in Hempstead.
Nah, we Spanish.
But it's Spanish, but you don't see
the
But that's
what do you mean? What do you mean? They got like
it says signs and it says EMAS. Like it's literally
just Spanish in the sign.
Like predominantly a Spanish.
That's wild. I've never seen like that.
Brentwood and Cia.
Yeah. Niggas know. That's what ICE going first, huh? Shout out to them. Imas.
Oh, man.
Mucho frío.
That's what ICE going first. Huh?
Yeah, man.
They can tell them themselves.
That's hilarious.
Yo, but there is the beauty of living around your own. You know what I mean? Right? There is a beauty.
Yo, shout out to Lakeview, bro.
Shout out to Lakeview.
That's
Lakeview. Wakanda, yo. Lakeview back when we was over there, that was Wakanda, yo.
Bro.
Only thing Lakeview was missing is a waterfall, my nigga.
He's okay.
Yeah, somewhere in the sunk, it should have been a waterfall.
Somewhere in the sunk,
overflowing water, just nonstop water.
Word, man. That was Wakanda, man.
Vibranium.
Yo, you could kind of rock. Yo, you could throw a party a little later. No one you could hang out in front of your house. The neighbors knew you since you was a pup. Like never called the police on you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like my neighbor, who I grew up with across the street, Miss Trotman, who's everybody's like teacher. You know what I mean? I had to pull up on her and just pull up on her, and, because she lived across the street from us. We sat outside every night and just drank and smoked and just hung out. You know, she never called police, never came outside. She would say that she felt safer when she heard us out there.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's the beauty of living.
And you know what?
Amongst your own.
Living in Lakeview, being the fact that I moved out east, I will never find another place, or maybe I will, but I'm always in search of the cohesiveness that this town has. You feel me? Like what you're talking about, like when you move out east, it's like that, but not every block is like that. It's something different about Lakeview where it's like every block is intertwined in a certain way. You feel me?
Yeah, man.
From the sunk to headed towards West Hempstead to headed towards Rockville Center to up top. It's crazy because you won't find another town. I done lived in Wheatley Heights. I done lived in Central Islip, Smithtown, and there's a couple of diverse neighborhoods, but it doesn't quite fit where it's like, yo, walking home from school, 2 schools right across the street from it, but then we go, the ball, you got the down in the park, and the barbecues. It's just like, it's very, very close knit.
Yeah, man.
But how small it is, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think that if there's going to be another Lakeview, somebody has to create it. And this is what I'm saying. As far like us as a community, we got to create that. And for those of you that are watching that are not from, you don't know the area that we're talking about, this is a predominantly Black neighborhood in Long Island. It's actually considered one of the most affluent like Black neighborhoods.
Shout out to Cool.
Yeah.
Shout out to Cool.
Yeah, sure. Shout out to Corey Cole.
Still there.
Yeah.
Grassroots.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
if it's gonna if that's going to happen,
it was, but like Wakanda, it was hidden. It was hidden between West Hempstead and Rockville Center.
Yep.
You really couldn't really find it. It was like we didn't have a zip code. We didn't have our own no post office. It was just we didn't have our own police. It was just kind of like this little community hidden between two bigger towns. Yeah.
I get
beautiful, you know what I mean?
I get it, but either way, we got to build out.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? Like, you got people that are trying in certain neighborhoods, they'll like designate their town like a sub town inside of a town.
But you know
what? I mean?
This is Lakeview is a big settling town. So what happened is a lot of families.
Yeah.
Of families with the same, because the only thing that changed is probably the surname because of marriage, but there's a lot of families of history that reside in that.
Yeah, 100%.
So building that would just be expanding that.
Nah, yo, real talk.
But we could actually branch out to some of these other neighborhoods, like the same way there's undervalued real estate in certain areas. Same way Lakeview built over time, that could happen in other places in 20, 30. I don't know if all of us will be alive to see the shit, but it could happen.
On Long Island?
Or on Long Island, wherever.
It's
you understand?
North Carolina, just want to let you know. Word.
Well, let's talk about homie in Ohio, right? Let's just say, because I've heard Ohio is a segregated state.
Big
time.
Okay.
Let's just say he built this multi-million-dollar house in the middle of the hood. First of all, the value of the house isn't really what he's putting into it, right? Second of all, is he gonna live with like crime around him? Is it gonna be like an issue?
Is it? You say that again?
Like, is it gonna be an issue with like crime around him? Like, are people gonna really like look at it?
No, it's not.
Nah.
It's not.
A nice little house.
Yeah. Like,
cause I look at real estate. I follow some like real estate pages on Instagram, and they got the drones that kind of fly through the house and they show you everything. And there'll be houses in Philly where they'll fly through the front door and it'll take you upstairs and take you downstairs, and everything is brand new. It's a little thin, but 3 floors, the drone will take you upstairs, outside, everything, backyard, everything, money. And then they take you outside and you're like, yo, I'm not living there. Yo, that's crazy. It looked like a Philly row house. You know what I mean? You're like,
okay,
I'm not living in some nice shit.
All right,
on the block of the wire. You know what I mean? It should look like.
What do you think about the white people that take a chance and move to Bed-Stuy, East New York?
Settlers, I don't know, bro. I mean, those are people
you gotta plant your flag somewhere. You gotta plant your flag somewhere.
Those are people looking for somewhere cheaper to live. Those are people who can't afford the city, who don't want to live with 3-4 roommates in the city, who need an easy commute to the city.
All right, think about it like this. Think about it like this, right? Just on some money shit, right? If you could go somewhere, right, and you say let's say you get 10 people and you say, yo, we could buy these plots or buy these cribs for $200,000 a piece, and then once we build them up, they right next to each other, they in the same whatever, they're gonna be worth $750. When niggas do it,
there's a lot more that comes into that.
This is a
lot more.
What do you mean? It's a lot more that comes into.
You got to work around that place. You got to be able to like.
No, because he's just saying like that it can be done. He's not saying
it can be done.
All right,
it doesn't. It is a lot of work.
It takes some work, but it can be done. A lot of planning, right?
A lot of
There's a certain amount of ideology that has to be changed in people, right?
Right.
You got to utilize you pay taxes for police. All right, protect us. We're going to move into this neighborhood. I got this group of people. We're spending millions of dollars in order to buy in this neighborhood or
But here's the
whatever.
other part: you gotta have people all on the same page to spend money at the same time. That's hard to
And
do.
you got to almost catch lightning in the bottle. The
It's
same
not. No,
page,
no. You think
the
it's
same
lightning in the bolt? You think
yeah,
it's-
because you got to have people in the
for
same
black people?
financial
For black people.
No,
for
that is
people.
like-
Period.
For me,
For
I
black
think that's
people.
lightning in
For
the bolt
people, period.
because, like, when you like, all right, for instance, if you say like, "Yo," say you're the one that has the majority of something, and you're sitting here saying like, "Yo, we about to go in and do this," there might be 15 people that be like, "Yo, I'm not fucking with this villa in LA. It's 20,000," but you're gonna be the one that says, "Yo, we all got couples. Let's just do couples, and everybody bring a rack." It's all about the ideology and how you look at it. But to get everybody to be on the same page, that's why I marvel over the people when I go over clips and I see like these young men and 6 people that bought did an establishment in Atlanta or something like that. That's amazing because it takes a lot to even be on the same page because everybody has to have a rolling business on wheels and has to have ready turn to profit to go in on some shit like that. But yeah, I get what you're saying. It can happen, but it just entails so much, which is why
it's like a fairy tale.
Yeah.
Like
It's not a fair. It's not a fairy tale.
amazing.
It's not a fairy tale.
For it to
It's not a
happen.
fair because some people may have the money, some people may have to finance the money. People got different situations, but most people can buy a house in the hood.
a lot of people can.
Most working class black people could buy a house in the hood.
It's not that easy to buy.
Not in New York.
Let's say it's not New York.
Okay.
Let's say it's somewhere else. Let's say it's in Jackson, Mississippi.
I mean, but even if it's North Carolina where it's cheaper living, half the price of what it is, it's still a thing because they're still growing like
But then you got to move your
there.
fammy down there. Now you got your
All
parents.
right.
All
right.
There's a lot of moving parts. I don't want to be the Debbie
No.
Downer in this
No.
situation.
Let's just say. Let's say
There's
this.
a lot of moving parts.
Let's say
into
this.
moving.
Let's say this. Right. Let's say I'm talking about the family that rents in a black neighborhood, but then when they buy a crib, they go to a white neighborhood. So they have the money. This is what I'm trying to say. These are people that have. I'm not talking about people that can't buy a crib. I'm talking about people that take their money from the black neighborhood and they go move to a white neighborhood. So you have the bread.
Got the bread.
You got the bread. And you could buy something cheaper. Right? So because to live in that white neighborhood, you're paying a premium to live there, right? Whereas if you said collectively with these people, yo, we're gonna carve out this little part of land and we're gonna designate this our shit and we're gonna start buying.
You would have
shit
to help some people too. And everybody ain't like you said, group economics, everybody, because there's gonna be a couple of people that's not gonna have it. People credit not gonna be right. People certain situation.
You
might
saying
have to
that
rent certain things to some
you're
people.
saying that, right?
All I'm saying is that
you're saying that, but those same people, when the white people moved in and they raise up the real estate prices, they trying to move there anyway. They're gonna spend their money there anyway after the profits have already been made for the people that took the initiative to jump in there early.
I'm not saying much about it because this ties into so much other things that as the reason why we're like, why is that? Why are they able to do that and we can't and we don't?
Because
that's a whole nother conversation.
Blacks don't trust black people.
That's not that. It's not just that.
They don't trust each other.
It's not just that.
We were
taught not to trust each other.
We have no foundation with each other to trust each other.
Because we weren't taught to do that. We weren't taught that. So like that one given thing shows that when it comes down to buying some type of property, aligning that and making just 4 people be on the same page is crazy.
I was watching a video, right, of a Jewish guy. I'm not sure what his name is. Shout out to him, whoever he is, whatever, right? He says the reason why Jewish people can do group economics is the fact that their foundational connection is faith, right? So when they go to the temple, if I screw you out of a deal or screw you out of money, I'm going to be frowned upon at the temple. So I wouldn't do that just based on that because we're brothers in faith, right? So that's their foundation.
That's what I'm saying.
We don't have no foundation like that. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So maybe what I'm saying is fairy tale like, but I think it's very possible because if you look on Instagram, it's a lot of black people doing big business, making mad money or whatever. Like, and we're not talking about, you don't even have to have a bunch of people with millions of dollars. If you got a couple people who got tens of thousands or even hundreds of thousands of dollars, they could really make some moves. But niggas be talking, but they not about that action.
Yeah.
Cool. Yo, let's talk about gatekeepers and music, man. Like we were having a little short conversation for the thing. Like let's wrap it up with a little more music.
Gatekeeping.
Pulling up a chair. Okay, what about it?
So commercial gatekeeping and underground gatekeeping.
All right, well, who are you start? Who are you starting this
So
conversation?
can I
That's
ask you,
what we're
Tritty?
Yeah.
All right. You consider yourself a underground artist?
Yeah, definitely.
Are you trying to be commercial?
No. It will be commercial regardless because it will hit there through my pipeline.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not at all going through a commercial pipeline.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
Who's the biggest underground artist?
The biggest?
Yeah.
There's a lot of biggest, but right now I would have to say Rock.
Okay.
Because
Who?
Rock Marciano.
Really?
Yeah, he's big. He's like, I mean, like when you say big, we're not just talking about rhymes wise, because
like all over the country or
you talking about
the island?
Well, no, I would
internationally.
Well, I would say also
worldwide.
too. Well, I'm not sure if I agree 100%, but I will say I can see your argument because he's the inspiration for a lot of the other.
So I'm not saying
commercially
who's
big.
the hottest, because you know what I'm
You
saying.
can look at Griselda, right? Griselda is the
Well, you
poster
could say that
boys.
they're commercial
They're
now,
the poster boys of underground music, right? They're like
but they went pro.
they went pro,
But they're
but
still,
they're still underground.
They're still underground.
But they
They're not
turned
underground
back.
anymore.
Benny's not underground,
But
Benny's
they
not underground.
turned back.
Conway's not
What?
underground.
but they can still play that game because of what they built.
No, they commercialized underground
yeah,
music.
they commercialize underground music, but it's still very much underground. They still have direct to consumer to a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? You
Gotcha.
gotta understand how big that
Action Bronson.
this Europe scene
Don't
is a lot of money. So when it comes down to Rock Marciano,
Mhm.
that man's touring like no
Word?
other.
Really?
He's touring like no other. He goes
I
on.
didn't know that shit.
Yeah, he's still able to do things that people couldn't even fathom off of the type of music he makes.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? He's very off beat, but on beat. You feel me?
Gotcha.
So when it comes down to his aesthetics, I say he's the influence because
He's the influence.
he's
too.
ignorant as shit. I ain't gonna lie. If you listen to this shit,
Yeah, my
that
nigga,
boy
yeah.
He be
ignorant,
ripping, he be ripping.
and he knows it.
Right.
It's called Pimpire. Think about it.
Right.
He's gonna talk that cloth talk. He talks that cloth talk. But like, as far as just like, if you watch his shows, him and Uncle Al, they make projects daily. Like, these are the people that they're paying attention to. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Then you got Ransom, and you got Spesh. Spesh, people think that Spesh was like always been around, but he's just now getting his reprise for everything he put in.
Mhm.
So now you're gonna actually see him move up, but he wasn't doing the same. He was doing the same thing as Benny and them, but it was just like he hasn't been on any platforms. And now you're starting to see him on LA Leakers and stuff like that.
Right.
He's starting to commercialize his side of things.
Right.
There's nothing wrong with that.
How do you? Yeah, that's what I was going to ask
There's
you. How do you
nothing
feel
wrong
about
with
the
that.
commercialization?
There's
of,
nothing
like,
wrong with
underground?
that. You have to get it in your bag and then give it to people. That's how they receive it, right? So it's like Jordan Lucas. They received him on a level where it was like, this guy makes great videos.
But it's all
great
about bread,
concepts.
though. At the end of the day,
You're trying to make money. What are we
Well,
doing?
you're gonna earn a living. Yeah.
You don't do it for the art?
If you go to a job and you're a custodian, and I go to a job to rap, and we're finding a way to monetize this, and we live in a day and time where all I have to do is pick up my phone, create content, make music, and just be smart about the business, I have a job. I'm trying to make money. Yes, but I want to make quality music. That's the difference. Some people make microwavable music. I don't. I'm not saying who. I'm not pointing out anybody.
No, of course not.
But the game is microwaved, which is why you see so many people now. Before it was like, if you notice, it used to be like Jay-Z, DMX. They drop an album for 1 year, they go on tour.
Yeah.
And then it's like the whole album. Then you wait for another album if they're that consistent, right? Now it's like people don't have an attention span.
No.
You can't even put past 10 songs if you ain't that nice. If you can't get past the first 3 songs or the first 3 seconds of a song, you have not gotten anybody. And people don't listen that long enough, so they want to go down rabbit holes. So they may not like this song or this album, but they like that song that made them go listen to everything else.
Yeah.
And that's what you're
That's a
banking
fact.
on every time. So with my 5 projects, y'all may not felt me the first time, but y'all might hear Go to State now and hear like one of these songs, and that's gonna make you go down the rabbit hole. But it's gotta be consistent quality. There's nothing wrong with commercializing your underground hip hop, but if you go too far, you're commercial. Because there's a certain way of being paid. Like most underground hip hop is no label. It's the people. We're the label.
Yeah,
like,
they're touring. They're getting outside on the road.
Europe is gonna hit me and be like, "Yo, what's it gonna take to get you out here, bro?"
Do you think the money is similar or better?
It's
for
better.
Underground artists versus
to,
commercialized artists?
Yeah, because Mike Jones, let's not act like he wasn't the greatest one to ever do it. He still gave niggas his phone number. Why? To teach motherfuckers, don't deal with all these people that can promise you shit. Give them your number. This is no different than you saying that you can't just go to fucking DJ Clue and just bother him until he answers you. Or would you rather go to a white person who says they could do it for you and they fucking you over? So like when you put yourself out there, you're getting the better chance. I'd rather have a show that has 100 people, very cohesive show. Everybody has their camera out and it gets posted tomorrow.
Yeah.
Than having 1,000 people trying to get these tickets sold and only 50 come out. And I'm performing for like 8 other artists. So after I just went up on the stage, it's like, yo, that shit was fire. Go up to the stage. Now another artist. What we're doing right now is we're performing for too many artists. We have to somehow figure out how to bring back a street team to bring the consumer back in. Because now this music is getting too dangerous. People getting hurt.
You think a street team is necessary with like social media and all that? Like
that aesthetic should have never left.
I think that
how else does things get done?
I feel like now consumers and fans are connecting directly with the artists via social media, so they get a like more of a closer.
So let's go a step closer. Venues, in my opinion, they suck now.
Okay.
Because they only here to make money. They know what's the cliche. If we get a spot, we get the door, y'all get the ball. We gonna bring as many people as we can. We gonna get our money. If you really want to make a culture and bring something back, I don't care about how much money I'm making back. I kind of care about how the experience of this night is. What do you get out of this night? 1,000 people performing, or 3 to 5 with some food and some comedian, whatever it is, but just an aesthetic that people can leave out of there with a memorable experience.
Curated.
It's got and this is from experience. I went to venues and they've denied us just because they rather have 2,000 hip hop. It's safer, believe it or not. All this gun hole shit and do brings smoking, drinking, and then they can't trust because somebody either gets hurt or it's an insurance problem. So they don't want to. We got to get them to believe us again. Because if we're gonna really throw a hip hop show, that place got to get cleaned up. It always gets trashed. So at the end of the day, these people are putting money into things to make money off of it. They'll say that, oh, this DJ so and so is coming to it. But what does the artist that came out that night really benefit? They tell you to be outside to go to these shows, but like, did I really gain the 50, 100 people that was there that night in my Instagram the next morning? No. Now I'm not trying to like say like, oh, I'll like do what I do, but I'm saying street team is important because when you get 40, 50 people, if you can manage 40, even 20, that's powerful walking into a building and proposing things and say, yo, we're backed by WHPC or Street FM. We're looking to do this and actually have a projection plan, because you can't just like writing a script for a show. You can't just tell them what the show is about. You got to put it in script format.
Yeah. I think we live in a day and age where everybody wants to go viral and they're looking for big numbers, but I think it's about the core people that really fuck with you, right?
Yeah.
So you mentioned Mike Jones. He gave out his phone number.
Right.
Like, what's your plan? Like the equivalent of that.
I plan to get another phone and have it for people to directly connect. Like, put it this way, I have another interview that's coming up soon that's in Maryland. The guy connected with me through my music. You know what I'm going to plan to do? I'm going to be a people person. He's into gym. He's seen one of my workout things. So he's like, yeah, I want to do this. So I said, you know what? Before I go on the show, we're going to get a workout session together. Tell everybody to come up and that's gonna give him more to talk about on the show. Like, yo, this man's a real person. He came down, and before we even did, it's not just about this music shit. He went and worked out with me. These people who think that they're above. If you take away Jay-Z,
Great
he's still
marketing
Sean
ploy,
Carter.
by the way.
I'm not trying to act like I'm a celebrity, even if I got any bigger than what I am. Still a people person. I still gotta go take care of a kid that rules more than my life than anybody else. So what we talking about? Right. That's the problem. But I'm still, when I get back to that mic, my fingers on the pulse. That's where I'm still rapping and tapping and doing things. But like, as far as the shows and shit, they got to make that shit better. I want to create that, but like, you know, for me, I'm gonna make myself as accessible to the artist that it is. They make Instagram with the model to do the same thing in real life. If you don't use their tools, you don't win. The moment you change it to a profile page, you literally gotta. They care about the 5 comments you respond to in 5 minutes, rather than the 5 days that you decide to. It's prompt. You respond, they're looking at it. Every post that you put up, they're looking at, okay, he's doing this on your own. They want to see how self-sufficient you are. So if you won't do it on that level, you ain't gonna do it on any other level.
Real talk, real talk. SZA had just posted a couple of, maybe like 2 weeks ago, that she's falling back from social media because she thought the engagement was good for fans, but it's actually entitled a lot of fans. How do you set on setting boundaries when you want to give
I don't
that
spam
much
nobody.
of yourself?
I don't spam. I just do it organically. Sometimes it's hard for me to do it. Like this whole campaign, it was hard for me to just be tagging people and inviting.
No. I'm not talking about spam, man. I'm talking about setting boundaries. Since you want to give so much of yourself to like fans, like how do you set boundaries? Like, all right, this stuff is off limits.
Oh,
but
family,
I do want to give
limits.
your stuff.
Family's off limits. You get my lifestyle, you get music.
Right.
You'll get some personal parts, but I'm big with the family thing. Like, this thing has gotten way too weird for me to. You could get a story of my family, like my son or something like that. But it's never gonna be a poster or reel.
Right.
So that's the boundary I draw. Like, we just like, cause if I wasn't doing this, it's different. Cause it's a different type of attraction. Cause I'm on the spotlight, so to speak. I'm not with all just parading all that, because we all got that. It's like people who pay for freaking like, you know, got the camera on when they're giving money to the homeless. It's like, well, I gotta show you everything that's going on. It's what it is. But through content, you'll see certain things. Like, that's what it is. Like, content is king. So through that, I'll show people things. But as far as like showing people like waking up, no.
You saw that with the Drake and Kendrick battle. Like, both, you know, Kendrick is more of a you know, to himself kind of guy. Drake is out there more, and
I'm a killer. Don't get me.
They,
you know what I'm saying?
Kind of used it more, you know.
Aggressive.
You think any boundaries were crossed in that battle?
No.
Oh wow, okay.
I don't think so. You know why? Because it's hip hop. You step into this ring, you had to know that punches is gonna get thrown.
Yeah.
And if you're gonna stand on top of any man, to know that somebody's gonna take a shot. Be ready for it.
Right.
People get dirty. Battle rap is dirtier than what they went through. And some of them things is fabricated. Some of the things they say ain't even true.
Right.
But it's built off of speculation because he said it in the way.
Is that healthy for the culture?
Yes and no.
Okay.
Yes, because this is what it is. Don't like me. I know what it is. I'm not saying I dare somebody say something to me, but you hear my music, I boastfully talk about, I'll rap people, put them in the back. That's my way of talking, but that's my way of like of voicing myself. But this is hip hop. Somebody might come for me tomorrow. How do you take that? Do I just say, oh well, I'm not my no, this is hip hop. This is fun. You're supposed to want to be like, yo, bro, you can't fuck with me. You feel me?
Is it fun defending your family?
Hey, it can get ugly. It can get ugly.
Man,
and
like,
I'm just here to say that if somebody does that, then God help you. I hope you have no stain.
Yeah. Do you understand why J. Cole backed out?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
He backed out because he didn't want that with him. And you know what? I got a lot of problems with a lot of my friends because it's like, no, he wasn't supposed to do that. I'm not feeling it. But me, I was a producer first, engineer, then a rapper. So I had to help people before I help myself. You get what I'm saying? So I'm gonna be fair. Just like I'm gonna say, like, you're not garbage. You just need to find your audience. You get what I'm saying?
Well, no one's garbage.
Bro, Ice JJ Fish has 300K more than anybody else. And now he's turned to God and he still has people.
No, but he
following
went viral for being garbage.
him. But they still bought it. That's what I'm trying to say.
No, did they buy it or they just listen to
They
it?
felt into it. He's still an item.
Okay. All right.
I feel like, put it this way.
So no one's garbage.
I don't, in this day and time, find your audience. There's somebody to listen to it.
Yes.
You have to look at it like that.
Yeah, that's a great way to look at it. Yeah.
Yo,
Yeah.
put it
I
this
think
way.
that goes to all
I
content
can't
creators, artists,
stand
everything.
a lot of acts. But if I hear the song and it's catchy, right? I've recorded so many people that, you know, I could have been honest and said they didn't need to be recorded. But then what does that do for me going forward? That kind of messes me up because now I'm gonna be the one that everybody hate. Y'all gonna hate me regardless, but I'm not gonna make you hate me just because I said you suck. I'm gonna leave that to the world that be, because half the time these people are getting more represented than actual talent.
Yeah.
So what the hell I need to worry about that for? You know what I'm saying?
New York is up for grabs.
Oh yeah.
Joey Badass has been making a little noise lately with, you know, going at the West Coast and everything like that.
Right.
Do you think Long Island could actually make a stake to like really
if they just
make some noise and
just
have
rap.
a cohesive sound and just rap?
Just rap, bro.
What do you think the Long Island sound would sound like?
Cool and gritty.
Yeah.
Working on it. I'm working on it.
Cool and gritty. To be honest with you, Long Island has the greatest chance. The only thing that we shoot ourselves in the foot with is this, I call it, is just like a lot of lunch table shit going on. Like, we just because we don't mess with each other doesn't mean we have, or we don't do songs together, doesn't mean we don't have to show up for each other. Doesn't mean we have to do songs. So I'm saying, like,
but why not do songs? Like, why? Like Brooklyn stick together,
not everything.
Queens stick together.
That's why.
So?
That's how we got here.
I think so.
That's how we got here.
I think black
There's
people
too much on the table.
Listen, Brooklyn, like Biggie and Jay did Brooklyn's Finest and did Love the Dough, and that's
two artists. It's mad Brooklyn artists.
Well, yeah, I mean, but you know,
nah,
black
you know
people
what
don't
it is?
stick together.
I just feel like we shoot ourselves in the foot where we should just be considering everything. We have a big ass venue. Long Island's a big venue. There's a lot of things on Long Island that if we just took away from the little holes in the walls that we choose and took time to plan, we can have some dope shit running out here.
Crazy movie.
And we don't have to do it. We don't have to go to Steve Ballone Town and go be performing.
Well, I will say
trailers
this:
and shit like
as big as you know, as a person in the radio sport, as big as Long Island is, it's not as many of us as you would think.
Right. And
right?
you can't mix everything either.
So the majority of the island that we live on does not want to hear urban music.
Mm-hmm.
The numbers are about.
Well, what do you mean?
So, according to the numbers that I got, it's about 2.5 to almost 3 million people on this piece of land we got.
Okay.
Out of that, there are only, and I'm a highball this number, 300,000 of us. Right?
That
Really?
wants to
No, that are here.
That are here.
Period.
300,000 black people?
And I highballed that number. Highballed it.
Okay.
It's more in the 250-ish range.
Damn.
So, with that being said, it's very difficult to service as far as musically goes. Now, what would work better if you had some singers, some real, like a singers scene, that would probably work a lot better. A top 40 pop type of scene, that would probably work better just statistically. You know what I mean? Also, the 250 of us are satisfied by what we get from the city. We're not underserviced as far as listening to things. There's not a shortage of things to listen to. You know what I'm saying? We are the especially from us on Nassau and we get Hot 97 and 105 and very clear. You know what I'm saying? We get Hot 97 and 105 clearer than WBLI in any Long Island radio station. You know what I'm saying? That comes in much clearer. Hot 97 comes in way clearer than WBLI in our neighborhood.
And that's because WBLI is out east.
WBLI is out east. All of the Long Island radio stations are out east or from the Farmingdale border on.
Mm-hmm.
There's only two hip hop shows, 2 hip hop stations. That's WHPC with the shows that they have on.
Remember, there's no hip hop station.
No station, but shows.
Right. The hip hop shows come from WHPC.
Right.
They come a couple from Stony Brook, right?
Which is only 2, Battles on
Right.
Radio and Street FM.
I don't think Hofstra does anything hip hop like that, or it's very so. That just lets you know that there's no so now to bring it back to your question, GB, which was Long Island hip hop. There's no meeting place. There's no central meeting place that is of standard.
Do you look at it as a deficit or as an opportunity?
So I look at it as you only have a Corey Cool because I see it as an opportunity.
Right.
Right. You only have me sitting here pressing record on this day and working with WHPC and things like that because I see it as an opportunity. The issue is that I almost feel like
because all hip hop fans are not black. Yeah,
you know what, Ron? No, you're more than right when it comes to that, right? But the thing about it is the conditioning of it is that can you say that the city is allowing us to play ball? For whatever reason. I'm not even
Long
trying
Island
to make it
always okay, let's keep it a stack. Long Island always suffered from the fact that no one wanted to be from Long Island in hip hop.
Well, too, I think a lot of
and now we're playing victim a little bit.
Well, I kind of feel like the subject matter doesn't necessarily reflect the demographic. Once again, if it's 3 million people, let's even take out of the 250 of us black people who live on Long Island, right? How many of us are identifying with drugs being sold and guns being bust?
It don't got to be that though.
It doesn't have to.
And
be
that's
that.
why I asked what the Long Island sound is. It shouldn't sound like
now
Queensbridge in the 90s.
What I'm working on.
If I had an idea of what it would be, it'd be no different than California.
No. Let me stop it. So Tritty is a good example of what it would sound like.
Exactly.
Right. But it's a maturer sound. It whether you believe it or not, it is a mature sound.
Well, I'd like to impart too. Like, yeah, it's a mature sound, but that's why I said it's kind of like Cali, in the sense that I feel like your inner towns is probably gonna have like your hip hop, but then you got Bay areas. You got North and your South. You got people that live a little bit different than the people that live a little bit more inward. So with that comes like, different vibier, swaggier music.
Absolutely.
So that's the same shit that happens in Cali.
But listen,
you got your gangster stuff, and then you got your party stuff.
Yeah.
And there was only 3. What was it? The native tongue, the party rap. There's just 3 parts of rap.
What from here?
Well, just in rap, period. Like not how they identify it. Like there's gangster rap, there's party rap,
okay,
and then there's native tongue, like your little brothers and shit like that.
Right.
Nice. Yeah.
So who would be those people now? Would be like Kendrick of the native tongue, Tiger of the party scene. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's what it kind of gets split into. So like that's what New York would be. We have the grit, we have the cool, we have the creativity to be different.
Honestly, I believe,
it's the archetypes. I feel like the people who keep the lights on. I say the people who keep the lights on, because there's people that keep the lights on, there's people that just like, reap from the benefits and don't do shit.
Okay.
Well, now we're getting back to the gatekeeper conversation.
Right.
Where I felt like gatekeepers were healthy. I felt like the DJ Clues. I feel like the curators. I feel like It's
I
important.
don't think they're gatekeepers, bro.
They were
How?
gatekeepers.
How are
It's
they not?
important. Listen, gatekeeper is it sounds like it's a bad word. It's not a bad word.
It is a
Gatekeeper,
bad
no.
word.
Gatekeeper equals curator.
It's never been a
If you can
positive
have
light.
someone,
you never
no,
heard nobody
it could
talk about a
be.
gatekeeper. in a
Listen,
positive light.
yeah, only when you want to make it negative. But gatekeeper, I felt like
Bro,
that.
you got to
clue
tell
tape-
me how you making it positive, though. Yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No. Well, being a gatekeeper means there's a gate, right? There's a gate.
Somebody told me I was
gate-
a gatekeeper.
Well,
A dude asked me like, "Yo,
I was
where'd
told I was
where-
a gatekeeper of food. Like I be
Yeah,
finding
yo.
good places to eat. They be like, yo, you be gatekeeping. The
Yo,
place.
bro,
Because there's a gate, right?
A dude I ran
Well,
up
you don't
on-
want. Well,
to-
you don't
to-
want
to
people
keep
to
a gate-
oversaturate.
To keep it
Where I go.
to be a keeper of a gate, you have to have a gate, right? A gate means you want to keep things out and you want to keep things in, right?
Yeah.
That means you want to curate things, right? If you're in charge of what comes in and what comes out of a certain thing,
Yeah, he's
Mhm.
right.
you become
are,
a gatekeeper,
'cause
right?
Now I'm curating who I don't want to be eating at my taco spot.
Boom. You know what I mean?
Pause.
Deja vu.
That's crazy, right? I just had crazy.
Deja vu.
Yo, that's crazy. That's so.
I'm trying to remember what happened after.
Nah,
You gotta do something
Yeah.
weird
Yeah.
now.
A dude-
Everybody feels funny.
Drive
I'm going. Yeah.
There was a dude. I had a pair of
He
sunglasses.
said, I don't
on,
know what happens after this.
and he was like, "Yo," he said, "Yo, where you get them sunglasses from?" I was like, "Yo," he said, "What style of sunglasses are those?"
Mm.
I was like, "Yo, I don't know. There's a different. I don't know the style of sunglasses. I know aviators. I
Okay.
know, you know what I mean."
Yeah.
I was like, I don't know. He's like, "Man, you gatekeeping, yo."
Right.
And I'm like, "Nah, I just don't. I don't know the style."
I'm gonna see you again. I don't want to see you wearing
Yeah.
these sunglasses with me again.
No, it wasn't
That's
even
the
that.
gate.
You know
Though.
what?
But that's what gatekeeping is.
But-
Gatekeeping equals
But
curating.
in hip
It's
hop,
always been
but in
like that.
but in
Hip hop, as any art form, needs gatekeepers. So I feel like Cool is taking the mantle as being the gatekeeper of Long Island hip hop.
Yeah, you can find me on the Voice of MCC 90.3 every Thursday, 7 o'clock.
Yo, anything
Shine
meant
time.
being
Not shine time yet.
anything meant being kept needs a gate like a
But
gatekeeper.
there's a downside to
You
that.
need those Ron G tapes. You need those clue tapes. You need those things. It's a healthy part of the art where you come and then you hear the posse cut on the beginning of the record, and on the end of the record, you hear your Herb McGruffs and
But
you
on a
hear
real
your
DJs
nature.
are
But
curators. They're
Yeah.
not gatekeepers.
They are
on a
gatekeepers.
real
not.
level. That's cool. Yes, you have to gatekeep to curate and keep a certain type of level of energy with it.
Right.
But there's a point in time when you're damaging the culture, and the people that are gatekeeping are supposed to keep things up and running.
Yeah.
So that when certain things come up, they're not being left out of history. There's a big disconnect between this day's time in music
Mhm.
and what we grew up on. So
And that's because of the lack of the gatekeepers. That's because
Right,
everybody just came
right.
around. It was able.
out of these
Everybody
20
got a
years,
voice
I'ma
now.
keep it real with
Social
you.
media. Everybody just come around. We can just listen to anything, any garbage
I'll
from
do you
any
one
other
better.
state. You know what I mean?
Every
Once
single-
New York, once
Yeah,
Yo,
once-
bro.
once hip hop left New York, it went to shit.
No,
yo,
listen,
bro.
listen. I'm with you on that.
Right.
To bring that back,
Right.
people have to be true to themselves.
It's got to be curated properly.
You gotta sit down and understand.
We got to tell
what-
niggas to stop. You got to tell niggas like, yo, why you're from New York? Why
No,
are you doing drill?
But nah, you also
Like,
gotta.
what are you
but
doing
on some
here?
G shit, you gotta lead by example. I'm being real with you.
Right.
People gonna probably see this and be like, "What the fuck is he talking about?" I'm doing this to show people. I sat down and told people what to do. I know this music business very well.
Yeah.
And I had to even re-educate myself on certain things because a lot of things are digital now,
Mhm.
right? So you got to do things yourself. You can call a hotline, it might run you might get lucky.
Right.
I'm telling you, nobody is sitting here trying to play around. We're
Right.
sitting here trying to like really make something.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not playing with nobody. So I'm coming here to make a sound and leave y'all with something that's different than what you've been getting. I have bust a gun before, but that's not what we're talking about.
Mm.
I'm here to just put art in the way I see it. The next y'all people will go to a freaking art gallery. A dude will not even have a paintbrush, knock over 5 fucking buckets of sand, and niggas will clap.
That's all.
So
Tape a banana on the wall.
So when it comes down to this Long Island sound, I'm just here to rap, do what I know is best, and I'm gonna keep elevating, have every which avenue I can, and lead by example.
Right.
Because you know what? I could give all the sauce, and somebody will still miss one step. They'd be like, "Damn, it didn't quite translate." That's why I'm not too big about like holding sauce and gatekeeping. That's why I have a problem with gatekeeping. Because even if I showed you how to make a beat, you're not still gonna do it the way I did it with my energy, my brain. I can still give you the sauce. I can give you a recipe. That's why you see a lot of people doing recipes now, because no matter what you do, it's not my plate that you cooking. I just gave you the recipe. You might put too many cranberries in that shit. So it's still a sauce that you can share. Doesn't mean that you're done with it. People want to hold on to things because they think that it's the end of their run.
Mm-hmm.
Let me put a cherry on it.
That's gatekeeping.
I'm listening.
Because you feel like if you give up the sauce, that leaves you exposed to get removed.
Right.
No.
That's the definition of gatekeeping
to me means if you deviate too far from this recipe, it's never gonna taste like this again.
No.
And then now you're gonna start making
Bro.
garbage.
No. Hold on, real quick.
This recipe that my grandma taught me needs to be made like this.
But we're
You
talking
can play
hip-hop,
with it
though.
a little bit.
Name every star in the industry right now, and I could tell you a person that brought them in.
Put it this
That
way.
they're connected.
Why
to.
shouldn't we gonna put it in the music? Because there's so many concepts.
We before you go, we live in a day and age of crazy social media, crazy YouTube, everything like that. It's supposed to be like all these platforms, but every nigga that's popping, you can name somebody that they're attached to that brought them in the game.
Ooh, you want me to name people?
Nah, I'm saying you can't name nobody that's not attached to somebody.
Who's Kodak Black attached to?
Hmm?
Who's Kodak Black attached to?
Kodak Black is not really popping like that. Like, he's not popping. He's not like, huh?
Kodak Black is not. All right, who's Travis Scott attached to?
Kanye.
Kanye.
No,
T.I.
not really.
You can't get, regardless if they don't do anything. He came from that.
Kanye gave him a look, but he's not attached to Kanye.
T.I. too.
He got the look from it. That's how you know him.
All right, we're gonna put a game. We're gonna put a game. I mean,
You know
let me give y'all.
But
Cause y'all
No.
didn't do
But
the Kodak Black.
the question,
Dolph.
the question I wanted to ask is why shouldn't a musician, under music term, why shouldn't somebody want to say like, yo, man, if you really want to make your recordings better, get a preamp? Why should it take 16 years for one person to learn something like that?
Right.
Why? Because it's gatekeeping. Because if you get that shit, and I heard your voice, nigga, your voice is dope, but I don't want him to know that. So what we gonna do is we gonna lead him on and put him in certain avenues and shit, and then he be all right. That's gatekeeping.
Okay.
Now, if we look at all the people that we came up in hip hop, what have they given us? They gave us good music. I'm talking about who else did they find and sought out to keep the fucking fire going? Nobody.
Well, Mobb Deep gave us Rapinoid, yo.
No, but and shouts out to Noise.
Shout out
That's
to
my
Noise.
nigga.
Big shout out to
that's
Noise.
like literally my nigga.
Word? Yo,
I
I saw him and Havoc, like they're on tour now, right?
Yeah, and I record. He comes to the studio like we.
Yo, shout out to Noise, man. Tell him like I'm one of his,
out to
you know what I mean?
DCM, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Big
Big
fan.
fan
Definitely
of-
cool.
Yeah,
Definitely cool.
yeah.
So I don't want him to feel
Nah,
like
never that. Let me put a cherry on this music conversation too. What are your thoughts of AI in music?
I feel this way about it because there's only one question I gotta ask about it. It's things about it that I think is dope, but there's just one thing that worries me, and it's just like all of this voice capturing and stuff. I just don't know what the end game is, and I know it's not good because if Beanie Siegel can take his voice, which is dope, I would love to hear him rap again.
It's amazing,
but it's not him. So if we can teach an AI to do something that he can no longer do anymore,
he gets upskilling his voice.
I like the
what
rap.
is that-
I like the
What
low
does that
voice
mean
rap.
for the
No,
music
no,
game?
it's no
Though?
good.
What does all of that mean for the music game? If you notice, all the labels have gotten rid of all the people that work in those things because they're getting ready for this takeover. What does that mean for music?
Do you think the rise in AI in music have anything to do with rappers selling their catalogs for so much money?
Yeah, because You don't know who's really writing their music. You don't know who's
Two
writing
different
their
things?
music.
To me, two different
Okay.
You don't know who's writing the music.
things. To me, I think that not AI. I think it's just understanding that the mentality of striking when the iron is hot. Right. I think
That part.
selling the catalog now. Well, like I said, the reason why they do it is simple. All right. If I have 10 songs in my life, I have 10 songs, and I know from now, what's it, 2025? From now till 2030, by myself with my team, I'll make $100. Let's just say that. Okay. But if I go to Tritty and Tritty's company, Tritty's company is willing to give me $150 right now, right? And I can renegotiate with them in 5 years, or you know what I mean? A lot of them are willing to just know that on my own, my music will make a certain amount. But if I pass it to Reservoir Media, who is one of the biggest companies or whatever the case was, they're going to push my music a lot further than they're going to pay me for it kind of upfront. Now, my music might end up on a CVS commercial or something like that I didn't really know, or in a movie that I wasn't necessarily sure about, or whatever the case was. But that's just what they're looking at. They're just looking at this particular company can make more off of my situation than I could, and they're going to pay me kind of for it up.
You know what?
More music out of your catalog.
No, they're just
licensing
they're just licensing.
Where I thought AI was gonna go was that I thought rappers were never gonna die. I thought maybe like you would put like
no, it is gonna happen.
Every rap lyric, every interview, everything Tupac ever did.
So
put
yeah,
that
no,
into a
listen,
program.
they teach love to do that.
No, they're going to do that.
No, they would.
Right.
At the moment, they would love to do that if they wouldn't get the pants suit off on. They would love to do that.
No, bro,
right.
They're doing it right now. Listen, I'm gonna put y'all on the game. There's literally an app right now that you can literally, Timbaland has used it. You can literally have an unfinished song and it will give you the rest of the song. It will scan the song through everything and find pockets. You can choose male singer, female singer, male rapper, and you could, if you spend the money, again, the pro, the little basic pack, you spend the money, you'll have Cassidy voice, Jay-Z voice, Biggie voice, the patterns. This is already in the algorithm.
So the thing about
That
it
shit is whack. Yeah.
No, because you know what? Listen, the reason why, even though it's going to be available, technology is going to be available. The reason why I have skepticism over it is because people are still attached to people. They're still attached to the being. Because what is it about? If you look at the music industry right now, it's not about the music.
Are they really attached to people?
No, what I'm saying is, okay, is Sexy Red famous because her music is that great?
I believe same way like Drake has had.
Her music is not that bad, by the way. She picks great beats.
No. She had
she picks good beats.
They are attached to her, but the same way like Drake is popping, and then he has a bad run with Kendrick, and it's like, all right, he loses like a little portion of a percentage of his fan base. Like they're kind of like wishy-washy.
It is.
So it's like, all right, how connected are they to you? It's the same equivalent of you saying like, I'd rather have 100 core people than 1,000 niggas that don't really fuck with me. You understand what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
But I think like a lot of these artists have fair weather fans.
But AI,
that's always been the business.
Here's the thing: AI is beneficial for songwriting.
Writing.
If I'm a writer,
I think it stifles creativity. Like, you got to understand. No. See, you talking about a person that's an artist, and you might have writer's block. You might have all the blocks in the world. But me as a non-music creative, I admire what you do. Right? Then you see a machine do it. It's like, all right, like nigga, you not that ill no more. You understand what I'm saying?
And again, I'm not saying this for the camera like I used it for that. I'm saying the only thing I see AI beneficial for is making better content for things.
Task oriented.
Right. I'm still a writer.
Mhm.
So if I can write a song, they have a tab where people just generate words. Let's face it, most R&B songs that are famous that you love so much, it's the melody that got you, not the words. Right? It's the melody. So it's helping you put you in a, because like it'll give you what it's supposed to be, like a humming, no words. Or you can put words. So if I'm a writer,
Either way,
I still wrote that song.
I don't like
The
it.
problem,
I don't like that shit.
I don't like it either, but I'm just trying to tell
That's
you
my point,
where the
Ron.
game is going, they're able to put out an album without having to sign somebody. Think about that.
Dangerous.
They can make money without having a person.
Yeah.
I think this is gonna be beautiful.
But
for,
it's all about how you use it, right? I have Chat GPT. I use that shit to build my business. It learns me. I teach it to learn it, and it might tell me what is the cheapest soaps for cars to use on a car. What's the cheapest best soap? Because of the way I built my AI. That's what you use it for, not to write me a paragraph for my college test.
It's task orientated. It's supposed to help.
I'm asking my chat AI, how can I increase revenue for my business based on such and such with this math that I put into it?
Yeah, you got to think about it like this, right? And I think most people don't think diabolically, right? So, like if I'm Drake, this is like I could just be like this, put my hands up and like let AI do my next album, because I already built up what I need to build up, right? It'll sell what it sells. But if, let's just say, I got Young Cup is a new artist or whatever, this nigga's an ill nigga, right? I just made up a name, right? Young Cup. Then it'd be like the label heard they heard his demo, they heard him rap. Let's do an AI. Why we gotta sign this nigga? Let's do it. He's ill. Let's throw his shit in there.
Where I feel like it would help,
because you gotta understand. Hold. Let me say one thing. Rock Nation has already did like a self. I forgot what it's called, where you submit your music or whatever, but you gotta sign like a waiver and all that shit like that. You don't think they're gonna take that shit and AI learn that shit and be like create an artist?
Ron, I have been in major labels as a teenager. When you walk up those steps, there's a garbage can right outside.
A bin that says do's and don'ts.
CDs spilleth over.
Word. It's not a joke.
That has always been a part of the situation.
Yeah.
That's why. Listen, hold on. That is why, for all my youngsters out there who want to be artists, this is why now labels do not take your information without it coming from a lawyer. They do not take unsolicited music anymore because of those things.
Or if you do not have your UPC and your ISRC code, you can be your own standing artist, but you have to have your paperwork together. So if you do not approach them, if they say one thing and you do not have it, they're going to turn you away.
Now you got to compete with an AI.
I don't think so, man.
You can outbeat a bot. You can outbeat.
I'm gonna keep it real because this is the thing I wanted to say. It's never gonna happen with hip hop. It won't work.
They want
what happened first in hip hop?
They'll do it. No, I didn't say they won't do it.
They should have never gave y'all niggas money. So they gonna like, yo, we doing that shit.
Listen,
we don't want to deal with a nigga that's in the hood shooting and all that shit like that.
When it comes down to a concert, it will eventually happen because this day and age, we got to remember we're the consumers now. We're the consumers now. We're not the ones moving this needle anymore. We're the ones consuming it and making the choice whether we like it or not. It will eventually get there because that's where these kids are going with it. I'll be real with you. But it can't happen with hip hop because how do you do concerts now?
Those things.
All right,
listen, maybe I got do concert, but Drake is doing
concert.
No, oh well, how?
All right,
not with that shit.
They know. Wait. See,
not with that shit.
I think like you think like you an artist.
Yeah.
I think like a nigga in the office, right? Nigga,
young Barry Gordy.
I don't care if you make good music. I like you. I like your personality. I could create the raps for you now. I could create the music for you.
People have to take that.
We get Milli Vanilli
there. This goes back to what Core said. The people the people are still a thing.
Okay.
So when
No,
you
the
do all
people
of this,
fuck with me they fuck with the person I pick as a
I just don't-
personality.
Right.
So I get a
Right.
nigga from overseas. I get
Right.
I get an African nigga.
Let
We
me
get
just
the
say
Milli
this.
Vanilli. You
Can
saw
I
the
just say
Milli
this?
Vanilli
Let me
doc.
just say
They
this.
got niggas to
Yeah,
sing
you
for them.
know, it's
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
Right.
No, we get the niggas with the look to just come and do the joints, and that'll be the artist, and we
That
just
has-
interchange shit.
Hold on. That has always that is the music business.
Right.
That is the music business. The studs at the bottom of the music business are the words came from somewhere else, and the vehicle is somebody else.
Mhm.
That's the whole entire business is based off that.
But you don't have to pay a songwriter
No,
or anything
no,
like that
no.
now.
I understand, but that doesn't necessarily change the outcome.
That changed the publishing. Publishing is a big deal. Who gets the publishing now?
Okay, so I hate see now you want to go there.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. This
no,
is
no,
a
no,
big
no.
thing.
Now you want to go there. If you want to start from the music business from the beginning, that person who wrote the songs didn't get the publishing.
Right.
They never owned the publishing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so whether it's generated from an AI person or a person underpaid and undervalued, that person never owned the publishing.
Right.
The establishment or the label owned the publishing.
Mm-hmm.
So actually, getting it from AI is helping because guess what? They're not screwing the actual person over.
Exactly.
No, they're not screwing a person over, but that young kid that's in this kitchen writing rhymes, he's never gonna get a chance because
No, the
there
game
is
is
no
gonna
industry
change.
anymore.
No, the game's gonna change. No, there's the game. No, listen. This is how we gonna end this.
Like a place.
The-
We're gonna give you the
game-
final words on it.
The game will change along with the way the consumer is. We can't change it. It started with 2 turntables and an MC. Look where the fuck we at now. So if you don't think it's gonna happen, it will happen. The thing is with AI is that what reason why I said it's not gonna happen with hip hop, people, it's a like rock, maybe all that stuff. Hip hop is a very personal, interpersonal connection with things. The moment you start AI-ing it, I don't see 500,000. I'm just putting a number out there. People being okay with a culture gone like that. It's not going to happen, cold turkey. Maybe we'll be long gone before that happens, but AI is not going to replace because it's not going to make the same amount of money. People will listen to music, but where's all the mechanical fee, all the mechanical licenses and all this other stuff? You still need performancing, or you still have ASCAP. Like, how does all of that translate? All of these companies go down into the drain. That doesn't make sense. And all that money is left to not be made. AI can't make that money. It still needs a person to move that. You can do things with it. You can bring back a posthumous Biggie album. You could do a Mac Miller album. You could give us a Nipsey shit if it's okay with the family and shit. There's still licenses and laws and things that don't sit right with people. That's the point that they got to get to, because that's not going to be okay with everybody. I'm telling you right now, people like it. They're interested in it. But
That's going to be the measuring stick right there.
Right.
You can't even put it on for
Right.
public streaming consumption.
Because it still can't. They still trying to figure out how they can track that. Now, when I was just telling you about the ISRC codes, how do you track that if it's AI? How are you supposed to track something like that? How do you have an identification to something that's AI?
The person that created.
Meanwhile, AI is only based on the information that you get it and it's gathered, and that's all for all of us. That's crazy.
Can I say one thing?
What's up?
I think it'll be the same way when you sit your phone down and you start talking about something, and then the ads pop up.
Yo, the 16's
gonna
doing
give-
that
it's-
right now.
It's gonna give you like the
talking
shit
to
that connects with you.
Right. But that's different. That's like suggested buying. It's just making people to
It's already
prefer.
happening.
It's already happening.
There's an Instagram page that Snoop has been posting that make AI songs.
Right.
The
Fuck that nigga.
Lou Young.
Can't stand Snoop, yo.
Sell out.
He's a sellout ass nigga, man.
Yeah, son.
Carry
Shouts
on,
out to
that's it.
Snoop for his selling out ass.
You can bring us home, yo.
All right.
Tritty, thank you, bro.
Yeah, man. Great conversation. Great conversation.
Appreciate y'all, man.
You know.
I love coming here, man.
Nah, always,
y'all always
always,
got the
man.
best whiskey.
All right. Before I get into this, well, you know what? Let's talk about the Elijah Craig.
Yeah.
Toasted barrel. Again, 47 ABV, 94 proof. I thought it was pretty good.
It was nice.
I was enjoying it.
It's a nice conversation, whiskey. Like
Nah,
you sipping
definitely.
it, man. They're keeping it going. No one's wet. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's nice.
Nah, it's calm. I
Yeah,
don't
it's
feel like out
cool.
of proportion.
Mm-hmm. I like this one.
Notes was good. As KB said, it had legs on it.
Yeah,
You know what I
man.
mean? Like, yeah. Nice.
So you guys out there, let us know if you had the Elijah Craig Toasted Barrel, how you thought it performed. If you liked it, if you didn't, hit us up in the comment section. All right. If you don't follow us on Instagram, please do at Cigars Whiskey. That's Cigars with an S Whiskey. Also, subscribe to the YouTube channel Cigars the Ensign Whiskey Podcast. Again, Cigars the Ensign Whiskey Podcast. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications so you know when we have new content. Corey, cool. Let the people know what you got going on before we
Is it
go.
shine time?
Yeah.
Shine time, my boy.
My headphones on. It's shine time right now. Oh, man. All right, first things first. I'm on the voice of NCC 90.3 FM every Thursday. I now have an extra little top 40 hour going, 12 o'clock midnight Monday.
Correct.
All right, top 40. We playing all them jams you hear in the office.
Girl, you know it.
All right, then we're gonna turn around. We're gonna turn around, stream Monday nights. Okay, Cool University is the YouTube channel. So we're gonna stream. Then we're gonna come back to my guys, Cigars and Whiskey. Here, man. So we running, man. We running these streets out here, man. I can't be stopped.
Nah,
You heard?
all day.
All right. Tritty,
Yes, sir.
let the people know where they can find your project, what you got going on, all your handles, all that good shit.
Pretty simple. TRITTY_23. That's for IG and that's for TikTok. I do not use Facebook. That is personal. And all streaming platforms, Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon, and all those international ones that we don't know of, but they use. Find me right there. Just type in Tritty, TRITTY, and the Gordon Estate is out now.
The Gordon Estate. Check it out. Check it out. All right.
Cheers
And
to
with
that,
we want to thank you guys for tuning in to another episode of the Cigars and Whiskey Podcast. We will catch you on the next one. Peace.
Peace.